This Sunday, July 20th, the Press Box is back. The best football show you will find on YouTube is about to relaunch, and I can't wait to get to it. J-Rob, I'm telling you, this NFL season, we got something special for everybody that loves NFL football, loves fantasy football. This is going to be the place to be. You're going to have some of the very best minds in the business talking about your favorite teams, week-to-week matchups, fantasy matchups, anything you could think of. J-Rob, bro, I can't wait to get started, dog.
Player's choice. I'm home. I'm coming home. I miss y'all. It's football season. We are 2 months, or really less than 2 weeks away from maybe the first preseason game of the season. I mean, I'm excited. Listen, y'all know people getting fired at other studios, so y'all need new football to watch anyway. Y'all know where to come find the boys on the best platform, the best
sellers.
And it's time to get rocking. My CTE brother himself was good.
Yeah, what up, Bama?
What's good with y'all boys, man? What's good, man?
Man, we good, excited, bro. Man. Yeah, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I see everybody get let go of Fox Sports 1. I'm like, you know what? But the move is this way. This is the new move with Bama, with J-Rob, with myself. You're gonna get actual NFL football content from people that have played across the span of the universe of football. J-Rob, you obviously played. Bama played. I played. We all love football. Can't wait to get into it. And look, y'all, Bama, Rob, I don't know if y'all saw. So we recently just got our top 10 QB list that just dropped the other day. Now, there's been a lot of conversation and discussion surrounding who is the 5th best QB in the sport. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. How did you feel about Jalen Hurts being dropped where he was despite coming off Super Bowl MVP?
I'm going to say this right now. Dealing with it. Y'all go check it out. I'm over there with Trent. Got my own podcast. We got to stop this Jalen Hurts hate. All it is, somebody over here do this, can do it better, whatever the case may be. Like I said, at the end of the day, regardless of how you feel about his team, he's getting the max results up out of that team, which is Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl winning. So a lot of the times, I told people this, I'm going to say it again. Jalen Hurts is only called upon in crucial times to throw the ball and win them the game. We saw from a lot of these quarterbacks that we like outside the unanimous top 4, which is Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen. Outside the unanimous top 4, all of those other QBs have showed an inability to hit the necessary passes when need be to win their teams the game. Whatever you want to factor that in on, receiver, O-line, whatever the case may be. But they don't get it done in those dire times when those teams need it. So who's to say just because you're on a good team, because now it goes back to the same thing where you don't succeed at. When the Eagles need you, are you going to be able to answer? I don't know, but I do know Jalen Hurts is able to answer no matter how it is, no matter how he has to win the game, no matter if he got to scramble for 70, no matter if he got to throw a 20-yard pass, no matter if he got to throw a 50-yard pass, he gets it done. And I get tired of people being irresponsible, slandering the man. He's doing it. He's winning. He's winning Super Bowls. Like, what do you want? I get it. We want everybody to pass for 6,000 yards. But at the end of the day, like I said, we played. What's the most important thing? Get the W.
Now, J-Rob, to that point, now when I see Mahomes get ranked, he's getting ranked off things he's done in the past, and who do you trust the most when the time counts? And I see him ranked at 1 despite having worse years than Burrow, than Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Whereas Hurts doesn't have the great regular season, but he gets it done when it matters the most and just beat Mahomes, yet can't get in the top 5. J-Rob, do you feel like that's fair? Is that how things should be?
Well, the thing is, when it comes to Patrick Mahomes, the reality is, Swiper, he's had the most productive start to an NFL career we've ever seen. And you just can't take that away from him. I mean, in the down year, they lost 1 game, went almost undefeated for the season, went to another Super Bowl in what was considered a bad year for Mahomes, or a down season. So you can't take that away from him. I think my biggest issue with this list, Swiper, Bama, I don't want to see any list that has Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts. I'm at the point where, and this is why I can't wait to bring the press box back. This not like basketball. I don't care what's aesthetically pleasing. I don't care what looks aesthetically pleasing like these basketball fans. I love y'all. But when it comes to the game of football, I'm done with aesthetic football. I don't care that you're 6'5". Because if it was about who's the most talented, then we'd be talking about Anthony Richardson more. And we're not. So I'm done with the aesthetically pleasing football. Justin Herbert has put together 2 of some of the most abysmal playoff games in his career. And we still got him as a top 6, top 4, it's over with. And I think it's time to give Jalen Hurts his flowers. He's played in the postseason some of the best football of his career. He's played in 2 Super Bowls and outplayed the man that we say is the greatest of a generation. Mm-hmm. That's just a fact.
Yo, what about Sam Darnold? What about Sam Darnold?
He had a really good year. Again, we don't see here, Bama, Rob. The great thing about the NFL and what Ron doesn't do well, so, we don't talk narratives in football. We don't talk narrative. Guess what?
So we don't talk winners?
We give Sam Darnold his credit for having an elite season for the first 15 games of the year.
Man, that boy went over there. That boy went over there and made Justin Jefferson.
And we give
Justin Jefferson ain't gonna be a goddamn thing without Sam Darnold.
Everybody in the chat. That is not Pressbox. We gonna give Sam Darnold his flowers for playing great and hope he plays well with the Seattle Seahawks. But if you want to sit here and tell us he's top 4 in the league, we're going to tell you you're crazy based on the information provided to us in the eye test. But, hey, Ron, you great at what you do. My boy be spinning narratives. He's great at it. You like Rumple. Matter of fact, Ron, you the Rumpelstiltskin of the panel. That's who.
Because I'm going to let you know, Ron, you're going to be sick. When it's time for him to make a play for y'all to go to the playoffs, and that magically that Jets jersey emerged back on Sam Darnold, it turned green, and you start seeing
that. He got that James Harden syndrome?
Yeah, that Jets jersey magically go turn on at the most inept time. It's gonna go from up here, and he gonna be like, "Oh, I saw this Sam Darnold before. I don't want this one."
Y'all, here's the thing. J-Rob, Swiper, Bama, we can't give them too much. Sometimes you just got to give them a little bit, and then they got to pull up to the actual show to see what time it is. Yeah. But before we get there, let them know one more time, fellas. When can we find y'all?
Fellas,
20th, man.
Let them know.
Yeah, July 20th. This July 20th, which is this Sunday, opening day, first show. You will find us every single Wednesday evening, Sunday morning, Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you'll find us on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right after you get out of church, go ahead, get your brunch, tune into the press box, set your fantasy lineups, know what are the matchups you need to be looking out for, and as always, remember, Ron. No Rumpelstiltskin. We don't spin narratives in the NFL. Let's get
no Rumpelstiltskin. Get Mander out.
Yo, all right, man. Nah, y'all get the hell out of here. Y'all stop. Y'all had to retire from football because they couldn't find a helmet to fit y'all big ass heads.
J-Rob, we love you.
Nephew, in the fact. J-Rob, what up, nephew?
Hey, one more time, though, man. Y'all, everybody in the chat, give it up for the press box coming this Sunday, y'all. I really can't wait. I do believe that this is going to be one of the better shows that PC has ever rolled out. Y'all remember the last PC football? It was great. It was amazing. But what we got for you this time, hey, it's almost like we took it, added the internet to it, added artificial intelligence, added the brains and power of Elon Musk. And I'm telling you, this shit is going to be amazing, Chill. It's going to be fire.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm of all the shows that I do tune into on Players Choice Network, I'm definitely tuning into the press box. No doubt about it. Those guys know football. J-Rob knows football. When J-Rob talks football, I listen. No doubt. No doubt about it.
Definitely. Yo, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, chat? We got hijacked, y'all. What can we do? Somebody broke into the crib and they did what they did, but we made it, y'all. We here. Pin, what's going on?
What's good?
What's up, y'all? Hey,
I never went 9 minutes into an episode without talking before. So that's a pretty amazing thing.
Ron, what happened last night on Playback?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
We watched a good game.
Overtime.
What happened? What happened? So what happened?
Dylan Harper.
I mean, but Filipowski went and got the dunk to go to double overtime.
Oh yeah,
I got super excited, mess around and knock my stupid ass Wi-Fi out. Plugged it back in. Chill. I lost it. I jumped in the air. Everything fell off my desk. My Wi-Fi router got unplugged. I plugged it.
Why your Wi-Fi stupid, Ox? Why is your Wi-Fi stupid, Ox? Because it got unplugged.
because I'm stupid and I unplugged it on that shit. And then I plug it back in, play back over. What happened?
So I don't want to mispronounce his name. A guy for the Spurs. He basically Dylan Harper tried to come to the ball. He got denied. Dude was basically, you know where like the logo is in the mid-range area? Like right there in the middle of the mid-range area. He basically caught the ball right there. He caught it with his left hand. Basically spun over his left shoulder. Hit a fall away Kobe game winner. Like for real, no lie.
It was like when he dunked the ball, it was like 1.6 seconds. It's not possible.
That's why you gotta watch the whole game.
The 2 overtimes, right? So the dunk might have sent it into the you see, you probably missed the whole second overtime. The overtime was only a minute long.
Oh, okay. But that makes sense. It was taking that long for my router to kick in. I'm like, what's going on? I had to reset. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so it went into the first overtime and ended up going into a second overtime. No, it did only go into 1 overtime. When Phil Pawski, when he got that dunk, that was to send it into overtime.
No, that was overtime.
Then it was enough time for him to get a shot off.
Okay.
So Ox, you was in the champagne room, things got a little wild, and then you found out that the party was over when you came back out?
That's happened. That's happened.
Damn.
No, but that's
came back out. Where everybody at?
Wait, where was you at?
Nowhere. Shout out Phil Pawski, man. That boy short can play some basketball.
See where Ron at? See what happened?
Shout out Riley Minix.
Is he the one who hit the game winner?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
That was the name you were afraid to pronounce.
I literally forgot.
I mean, up here, you
okay.
If you mispronounce one syllable up on this stage when it's a name, you're in trouble. So I understand, right?
Shout out Riley though. He had a good game last night. You know, he didn't play too much, but knocked down a couple threes. And he hit the game winner. Obviously, he a solid player for real.
Has David Jones Garcia earned an NBA spot?
I don't think so, Penn.
No, Ron. Ron. Did you see the game before last night though?
Someone better sign him.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's earned an NBA spot. He has earned at least an invite to a training camp. But he was in the G League. He was in the G League last year though. He played for Mexico City.
Okay. That's what's up.
Ox, is that watermelon you eat?
Yeah, I just had a little leftover slice. I was on the grill yesterday, so.
Penn, do you like watermelon?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I understand why like this whole like chicken and watermelon thing with us. Like we ain't the only ones who like watermelon and chicken. White people like watermelon and chicken too. Just so we clear.
This is a fact.
Yeah,
I keep watermelon right here. I keep chicken in my pocket.
I don't get it.
Chill. I go to the grocery store and I'll just be watching the watermelon, and it's just like one white woman after another white woman after another white woman picking them up. So I'm just like, damn.
Like black people, we the only ones who eat chicken and watermelon.
You know what they say.
Chicken and watermelon.
You know what they say that where that stereotype came from. You know, like what area, like past slavery, a little past slavery, before Jim Crow era, like black folks, we were getting real money off watermelon. We had a lot of watermelon farms and stuff like that, and so it was a big industry for us. You know what I mean? And then somewhere along the line, you know how it happens.
I do know how that goes. Yes, I do know how that goes. But
yeah, that's Ron, just a nasty narrative, Penn, or Chill and Penn. You probably see a lot of, white women going to get watermelon at the store because I can't go because I don't want to be racially profiled. So I send them for me. And then, that's how it typically goes. But as you were saying, Chill.
You be sending white women up to Toronto to grab watermelon for you?
Y'all got the ripest watermelon.
You might have a
Y'all
problem.
got the ripest ones.
You might have a problem.
That's right, Tina. Thank you.
You got to get them from the right areas. Toronto's one of them.
I think it's a good sign that the French kid Renault, he's no longer putting his kicks on for the games. He's sitting back. I think I told y'all already. Chill. I think we got the steal of the draft.
You did
with Maxime.
Really?
Yo,
you agree too?
Ox, I'm not kidding. When y'all got Maxime Renault, I was on a live stream doing the second round. I phoned up my boy on the live stream who covers the Sacramento Kings. And I said, I just want this to be cemented. I want to let you know you just got the steal of the draft. Congratulations. He's a really good player.
And that's the type of big man that can play next to DeMontis as well as behind DeMontis. So,
defensively, a little bit shaky, but offensively, hell yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, shout out to y'all, and also shout out to the Spurs. Shout out to the whole Summer League. We're going to deep dive into the Summer League. I want to actually look at the standings a little bit because it is some teams that are undefeated, and the top 4 teams will be advancing this Saturday to the playoffs. So we'll deep dive into that. But you guys see the title of the show. You know the title of the show. You know why we're here, and you know who we're here to talk about. Victor Wembanyama has officially been cleared to return to basketball activities. He's cleared to get back on the court. He's cleared to start working out. He is officially healthy from the blood clots that were in his shoulders. Amazing news, fellas.
Praise God.
Sir, 100%. And it's good that they caught it early. And, the last thing that team doctors want is to send their guys out there when they aren't cleared. We saw that already with Reggie Lewis, and he ended up passing away. So they're going to do everything. They're going to do their due diligence to make sure that Wemby is 100%. I mean, Pat Riley made it clear with Chris Bosh, you are not putting on a Miami Heat uniform until this is legit, because the last thing that we need is for you to be worse than what we thought and for you to die on national television. No, that's not happening. So if they cleared him, that means that he's good to go. And, Wemby's a big part of what they're trying to do in San Antonio, Ron. He's not just a piece of what they're doing. He's their franchise player. They're building that thing around him, and they hope that he can stay healthy, and they hope that they can have him for, 10 plus years. And for them clearing him, I mean, they wouldn't clear him unless they thought that he was ready to go. So I think this is huge for them. 100%. I think this is awesome for them.
Yeah, y'all. It was kind of weird. Like, we were just starting to get used to Wemby's dominance and really starting to see exactly what he was made of. And then he goes down. I'm excited mainly because Wemby has pretty much established himself as a top 10 player. So I'm excited to see what levels he can really take it to. The cool thing is he gets a full summer to work out. Basically, I know we're a little bit into the summer, but he still gets the rest of July, all of August, all of September, the first part of October, training camp and all of that to get in shape. And I mean, I think we're primed for a big season from Wemby.
Ron, what's the ceiling for San Antonio this season? Because again, last season, they come into the season they were at the bottom of the Western Conference. They end up trading for Foxy in the middle of the season. He ends up getting hurt. So you got Foxy the whole offseason. You got Wemby the whole offseason. You got Devin Vassell. You guys already know how I feel about this kid, Carter Bryant. I think that he's going to be a major contributor on their unit. Like you guys talked about the steal of the draft. I think it's him. He's a guy that 5 years from now, 6 years from now, when we do a quote-unquote redraft, he's going to go a lot higher. So with this San Antonio unit, what's the ceiling for this group this season coming up in the 25-26 season? What do you think the ceiling is for this group, barring major health issues?
I think their ceiling is, and a lot of people might think this is crazy. I think their ceiling could really be the second best team in the West. Record-wise, I think they could. Yeah, I think they can get the 2 seed. I mean, you have a top 10 player in the NBA who we don't know what Wemby's going to do this year. Wemby can take another step forward and jump into top 5 realm.
Well, we do know that he's going to be awesome as a defender. We know that for a fact because he's always been that, right?
Offensively too, though, Chill. So you got Wemby as just your baseline,
right?
And then on top of that, you add another all-star caliber player, De'Aaron Fox, and then we start getting into the other nuances. Devin Vassell's a hell of a player, hell of a 3-and-D guy to put alongside them, and I've been liking what I'm seeing from their young guys. I said this yesterday. I think they have a potential to be a special defense. You add Carter Bryant with Wemby, Dylan Harper showing me that he actually can move his feet on the perimeter. We know who De'Aaron Fox has the potential to be as a defender, and then Stephon Castle, Penn.
I don't know. What about?
Am I crazy to say that?
Nope.
They got the big fella from Boston, right?
Oh, Luke Cornett.
Yep, they got Kelly
Olynyk, right?
Yep.
Yes, they
They
do.
still
Another
got,
still
they
got
still
Harrison
got,
Barnes.
they still got Harrison Barnes.
They still got
They
Keldon
got
Johnson.
Sochan, they got Keldon.
Oh
They
my
got some
Yo.
depth over there. I think it's really, I think how good they are is really going to be on guys like Vassell and Keldon. I think those two in particular, like in everybody that's in their depth part, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? The young fella, Carter Bryant, their small forward position is going to have to play basketball. And if they could do that, and if Stephon Castle can follow up what he did last season and step up some more, I don't see no reason why they can't be a top 5-6 seed in the
Mars,
West.
would you be disappointed? Mars, would you be disappointed or shocked? Let me rephrase that. Mars, would you be shocked that the San Antonio team did not make the playoffs this year, barring any major health issues? And the reason why?
I wouldn't be shocked. No, if they lost in the play-in, I wouldn't be shocked.
Well,
if they missed the play-in, I'd be kind of surprised. But if they lost in the play-in, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I understand what a one game, anything can happen in a 1 game sample size, right? So with a team like this, with the amount of vets that they have, not just the amount of vets that they have, the things that's necessary in order for them to win, I think that they're going to be a special team defensively with Wemby and with Carter Bryant. I think he's going to contribute early and often, right? So with that being said, is this team a bona fide playoff team? And if they're not, how far away are they?
I think success for them is avoiding the play-in. If they can get a 6 seed, 5 seed, I think that's a good year. So no, I don't think they're a bona fide playoff team. I think they can be. How far away are they? I don't know. It's hard to project what they're going to look like. I think the gun is being jumped on Carter Bryant's ready ability right now.
Agreed.
I think the defensive stuff is very intriguing, but I mean, he's fouling like crazy, and the offense is away from where it looks like. So I don't know. And they got some question marks in terms of the fit, in terms of the outside shooting on the roster, and then how do you make it work with De'Aaron Dillon and Stephon Castle? So there's questions. So for me, it's just if they get the 6 seed, I think that's success. The 2 seed, if they manage to do that, credit to them. But yeah, avoiding the play-in would be where I see them as the ceiling, 5, 6, whatever, somewhere in that range.
They don't need Carter to play yet. Carter doesn't even need to play. And
I disagree.
Well, for his development, I think he needs to.
Well, I mean, yeah, first, I'm saying, but when you name all the,
but as a contributor though, Ox, you don't think he needs to play right now? Because again,
they don't need Carter. He's not. I mean, he's not better. He's not better than those 3 young guys, than the 2 young guys in Foxy. I don't think he's better than Devin Vassell. I don't think he's better than Keldon Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Harrison Barnes, no, he's not better than Harrison Barnes, bro. No.
Okay, there's a difference between not being better, Ox, and contributing.
I understand that, Chill. But what I'm saying is that they don't like the team. I think they have enough talent on that roster to where they're not like, oh man, I hope Carter Bryant's ready to play. They don't like it. It will be a plus. It will be a great thing if Carter Bryant is ready to play in the NBA right now. But they don't need him to be a good basketball team. Not at all.
I think he'll be ready to play by mid-season to season's end. I think it's going to be a tale of 2 halves for him, where the first one, he'll do some reps with the G League, get his offense in ready toe. But, right now, I think he's a little bit over-leveraged in the G League, maybe being asked to be one of the top 2-3 players on his team right now. However, when you're playing with the big crew, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to hit open jumpers and just be a menace on defense. And he has proven through his entire year at Arizona last year, he can do that. And he can do that probably better than anyone on that team right now, if I'm being honest.
I don't worry
about open jump shots and play defense.
They need him. Like that 3.
If you're banking on the Arizona shooting, because the Summer League shooting has been woeful. But I don't think he's that bad of a shooter. So.
He's not a bad shooter. If you watch his mechanics, they're borderline perfect. He has great energy transfer. He gets himself square. He has a great follow through. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this jump shot. So I'm gonna call this shooting variance, rust, and just tired legs on defense. He has a great jump shot.
Would you play that kid over Harrison Barnes? And I like it. I like Carter.
No way you would play Carter Bryant over even Sohan too.
It's not that I'm playing him over those guys. Now I'm not saying that at all, right? Because I don't think that in terms of basketball, I think that there's some developmental issues that we still have that we got to work out. But the stuff that he does, like he got to play. Like we have to have him on the floor, even if it's only 4 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. He's got to play. We got to get this guy some run. He's that kind of player. And, to Mars's point, Mars talked about, the fouling was egregious. Mars, I don't know if you noticed, but Dwight Howard, they actually got rid of the rules for Dwight Howard because he was fouling out of games every game. So they got it was a 10 foul rule.
He's not Dwight impact, so chill.
Okay, but
they're not changing the rules.
Dwight had fouling issues for a long time. That's not exactly a good omen.
We didn't know how good a defender Dwight Howard was going to be, but we knew that, like seeing him, that like this guy's going to be a force around the rim. He can rebound the ball with the best of them. Well, when I look at Carter Bryant and I look at the stuff necessary to get on the floor and to stay on the floor, that's what he exhibits for me every time I watch him. That motor and the stuff that I talked to you about, Ox, where he's in spaces where he's supposed to be in the spaces. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I'm just here. And I feel like I can teach him what to do when he's there because just instinctually, he's one of those players that just knows where to be. Now, as far as to Mars's point, as far as the jump shot and the know-how, I do think that we can teach him that. And really quick, one side note, my guy Enrique Freeman in Indiana, I'm telling y'all, he might be cracking the rotation in Indiana. That's all I got to say about that, but keep going.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit better offensively. I watched a lot of high school tape with him, and I talked to a pro scout yesterday who said this might be one of the 5-6 best defensive playmaking rookies I've seen in a really long time. Like, he's getting into guys' heads. He's reminding me of guys like Amen and Kawhi on that level, on that end of the floor. And then, the offense is a work in progress, but I've seen enough of him in high school to know that he's much better than this offensively. He's just picking up his dribble a little bit too soon. And I talked to his dad this morning and he said the same thing. Like, he's going to figure it out offensively. He's going to be perfectly fine. And in terms of like the Spurs roster, what is the one concern everyone keeps saying? Steph Castle can't really shoot. De'Aaron Fox, not a great shooter. You need spacing. Dylan Harper, not a great shooter either. So if this guy works out for you, it won't be right away. I don't think he's going to come out and average 30 minutes a game, but I wouldn't be shocked, Chill, if by the playoffs or the play-in that he's like playing the OG Anunoby role where he's like the token starter who's playing 20 minutes, setting the defensive tone. We'll work with the fouls. We'll work with the jump shooting. We'll work with the ball handling. But the way that this kid grew throughout his year at Arizona, it was a tale of two halves. I trust his work ethic. Completely blindly trust his work ethic. He's going to be perfectly fine. By the year's end, he'll be a menace for sure.
Penn, with all due respect to Pops, you know what I'm saying? With all due respect to Pops, I'm supposed to say my son's going to get better because he sees how much his son works. You know what I'm saying? He sees it. He sees his son is in the lab. He knows his kid is putting in work, and he's a basketball dude. He's a hooper, so he's gonna say my son's gonna get better. He's gonna keep improving. And I'm not saying he's wrong. What I'm saying is Carter Bryant, I think, is going to be an excellent player in the NBA. I have nothing but good things to say about Carter Bryant. Trust me. But I just don't see. I disagree with the fact that he needs to play for them to be good. You know what I'm saying? I do think when you have a kid like that, just stash him on the bench. You let him get reps. But is he
better than Sohan? You think he's better than Sohan?
I don't know. I don't know because just based on like experience, physicality, stuff like that. I'm not gonna say yes, but I think he can be. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say no. Because Sohan still provides a lot of value on defense too.
Yeah,
rebounding.
That's the thing. If they're
playmaking,
if they're both 6'8" multi-switch type of defenders, then one of them can shoot and the other one really can't. So I'm not really. Like the playmaking, the thing with Carter is like he didn't have a very prominent on-ball role at Arizona, but I promise you, if you watch him high school, like he's dribbling the basketball up, he's playing a little bit of point forward, he's making good passes, even in summer league. You see,
don't need that though.
It helps that a guy can attack a closeout because if I run you off the line and you can't do anything with the basketball, now you're Lou Dort.
Bringing the ball up the floor. They got Dylan Harper. They got Stephon Castle. They have De'Aaron Fox. They don't need anybody. They don't need any more ball handlers. Not saying that being a ball handler isn't a great thing at any position. I'm saying when you look down the bench, now there I'll stop there. But I'm saying when you look down the bench, coach isn't like, man, where am I going to get a ball handler? You know what I'm saying? They don't need that. So my thing is, where does he fit in right now? Now, once again, this isn't a knock on Carter Bryant. This is more so of me trying to express it. I think the Spurs have a very good roster, a roster that's good enough to where I don't think they're like, man, we have to have Carter Bryant in the game for us to win. I think they might be looking at it like, let's get this kid minutes because next year and the year after that, we're gonna put him more into the lineup. I could see it that way. But for the question that Chill asked about where do we see these guys being in the at the end of the season, whether if they're in the playoffs and all like that, I don't think Carter Bryant is the piece that's like he's the difference between the play-in and the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I think they're more so looking at how good is Stephon Castle going to be? How good is Dylan Harper going to be? And at the trade deadline, are these two kids showing that they're good enough so that we can get off of De'Aaron Fox and get us another, you know what I'm saying, something else to put us over the hump. I don't think Carter Bryant is in that equation. Not saying that he's a forgotten piece. It's just that Carter Bryant, and mind you, I don't know. I'm not in the room with the coaches, but it looks to me like he's probably going to be the kid that come on, get that 8 minutes. Come on, get that 14 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's good reps for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Because to my point, like I said, they got a lot of good players, experienced players. Like I don't see him playing over Keldon Johnson and Harrison Barnes.
I don't either. But here's the thing. Let's just say he is ahead of schedule. Let's say, all the work ethic talk that we've heard about, he gets ahead of schedule. Now we're approaching the trade deadline, and suddenly we're looking to elevate him from his 6 minutes, 7 minutes to 25 minutes. Well, now we can actually trade Harrison Barnes. We could potentially trade Keldon Johnson. Those dudes been on the block for years. Okay. And Harrison is an expiring contract. And if we really think that we have a chance to push the play-in, guess what, Ox? We got a lot of draft picks too. So we can make a big addition at the trade deadline, get some of that shooting, add that type of piece like a Cam Johnson type. I'm not saying Cam Johnson, but I'm saying a Cam Johnson type. And we can take some dead salary and we can actually make ourselves much better that way. So I think, as much as I agree with you, Carter Bryant being ready or not being ready is not going to determine their season. It could certainly help a lot if he is.
Oh yeah. Now if he breaks out and he's one of them, like by all means, let's get the kid in the game. Definitely.
He's physically ready though. That's the thing. Like a lot of these rookies that come in and you see like, oh man, they're like 3-4 years like physical. Like they're Noah Senge, like good example, right? That dude needs weight training.
That's a good example today. Oh, got you. Okay, never mind. You're right.
You see Johnny Furphy put that dude on a poster. So I'm just saying, like that dude might be a few years away just physically. Carter is not a few years away physically. So he's already a little bit ahead of schedule physically and defensively, and that's the hardest thing, in my opinion, for wings to stay on the court. Is can you even get on the court defensively and can you make smart plays? He's an intelligent player who plays defense, can switch. I think if you're betting on him being ready, or I don't know, anyone else kind of in that range of the draft being ready, I'd bet on him.
Ox, I think that you're discount. One, I think you're discounting how good San Antonio may be offensively this season. So, because they're going to be as good as they are offensively, I think that with what Carter Bryant provides, just from a dirty work standpoint, the stuff that's necessary, I think that's gonna speak volumes. A guy that's gonna give us extra possessions, a guy that's gonna give us stops on defense. I'm not arguing your point that that guys like Vassell, guys like Harrison Barnes are better. I've actually seen better basketball players, but with seeing better basketball players, I've also seen guys who do things that, to your point, don't show up on the box score. Right. And when these guys do things that don't show up on the box score, these are guys that need to be on the floor because he's going to get me an extra possession. He's going to get me a stop. He's going to get me an extra rebound. He's going to stop a 8-0 run by getting a steal or something like that. And that's stuff that's hard to quantify on a box score. And it's also hard to quantify when you're just looking at these guys player for player. That's why I think that he's going to be. That's why I think he's going to be in their rotation.
Right. Chill. But that's my point. That's my point too, because Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, and Sochan do that too.
Sure,
they all three of them do that too. Absolutely all three of them do that. So that's my thing. That's another thing. That's even better though, because the kid's a rookie. So him not starting or playing major minutes isn't even a bad thing. But to be on a team with vets that do what you do and have been doing that, that's just great. I think that's a good problem. It's like, Harrison Barnes is what is he now? 33.
He showed up in
about-
2000, what, 10, 2009?
He's 30, he's 33, 34. I know for sure he's either
Mm-hmm.
one of those. He's in that age. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like those. It might be one of them situations where we need the young fella to run sometimes in January, February. Carter Bryant is the perfect addition for this team. Perfect addition for this team. There's no downtime for them. No downtime for them.
Yeah, I think we can all agree.
Kelly Olynyk, he's a scrappy dude too.
Yeah, I think we all can agree. Chill. What your boy on the wire say? What's that quote you always say? Hey, this is one of them good problems.
Sound like one of them good problems.
And I even actually feel this way about Dylan Harper. I don't know how much run he's gonna get. I don't know if he's gonna be a guy that plays 12 minutes a night. I don't know if he's gonna be a guy that plays 20 minutes a night. But once again, that's one of them good problems. I don't know if he's gonna start. But either way it goes.
When's the last time you've seen a second overall pick get less than 12 minutes?
Well, when's the last time you've seen a second overall pick come in behind an all-star point guard and a player that was rookie of the year at his position the year before?
Respect to Steph Castle, I was a huge fan. If the Spurs could draft one of those two players, they would pick Dylan Harper.
That's not the point, though. They got both of them.
Yeah, they got both.
Be that as it may,
that's what I want to know.
Be that as it may, Steph Castle. I don't think Dylan Harper is going to be as good as Steph Castle was last year. Can Dylan Harper play the two? Can either one? Yeah.
What I'm saying of these three guys, can we have like? So that's what I'm saying. It might not be a bad thing this year for them to figure out at the trade deadline. Are we coming off of Foxy or not? Because if Dylan Harper can play at the one with Devin Vassell at the two, or De'Aaron Fox at the one, Dylan Harper at the two, or Steph at the one, Dylan at the two, whatever that mix-up may be between those four guys, and the Spurs are in a great position, bro. And it doesn't matter who's better because they got all of them.
Is De'Aaron Fox cursed? I just want to know. This guy gets to Sacramento. What? They draft Tyrese Halliburton the very next year. I think it was the year next year or the year after.
It was like 3 years later.
Was it really? They got 2018, 2017,
and you got drafted in 17. Remember?
17 and 20. Okay, so 3 years later they draft De'Aaron Fox. Then next year they draft Davion Mitchell right behind him. Point guard, lottery, and then they move Halliburton, right? But now he gets to San Antonio thinking he's going to be the lead guard. Shows up on the same squad, and they draft a lead guard at number 2 the next year.
Well, he's still their best point guard. He's still their best.
I agree with you.
He's the second best player.
He's in a privileged position. I think De'Aaron Fox is in a great position because it's kind of like either I'm going to be the future point guard over here with Victor Wembanyama, or I'm going to move to another team and be their lead point guard. No matter what, De'Aaron Fox is going to be the starting point guard wherever he goes. So.
Ron, like I told you before, Ron, I've said this to you before, Ron. We at the bar and you looking at homegirl, and I'm telling you, you got that at your house already. You don't need that. You already got that. I know what you're looking at. She's just a little bit younger. I know what you're looking at, and she's nice. I'm not going to argue that point, Ron. And you might be able to groom her into something already, but you already got that at home, brother.
But the key word in that, and just a second, Swiper. The key word in that is might be able to groom her.
Mm-hmm.
Might. I don't know if she got the qualities that I got at the crib. I know what I got at the crib. She gonna do my laundry and it's gonna smell good. Okay. She gonna make a meal, 3 of them a day, and they're gonna taste good.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna calm me down when I need to be calmed down. She is the yin to my yang, the perfect housewife. I don't know if I could groom this chick that I met at the bar into a housewife. Now, she giving me all the good signs of it. But how many number 2 picks have we seen not be good? They're not in the league. They're not in the league 7 years from now, or they're coming off somebody's bench. I mean,
that pick for real is cursed. I'm not even kidding.
Who was ranked higher as a prospect? Dylan Harper or Scoot Henderson? We're talking about just as prospects coming into the league.
Scoot was the 3rd pick, to be fair.
Well, either way it goes, though, Mars. Who was rated higher as a prospect?
Scoot.
We was talking about Scoot. It was people saying that Scoot.
Some people want it to be different. People want it to be different. Don't bring that. People want it to be different. People want it to be like, Wemby injuries. They were just.
I
They
didn't
just
want
wanted
to.
They wanted to have the potential on the 0.6% chance they turn out right. They could be like, "Oh, this is my claim to fame. I said Scoot should go 1."
Mars,
Like,
that's one of your moves. So it's okay to use it in this situation. If you can use it on,
that's fine. I'm just saying that's what they were doing. They you don't get to use that. Like, he was a better prospect. Some people think you're gonna. I haven't heard that. But maybe someone said it for sure. Someone said it.
Yeah, and I'm not you doing this to be like, oh, told you so. I'm just saying, like, Scoot was that high of a prospect. People were thinking that high of him. Like he was supposed to be the next best thing in the league at the point guard position.
I thought he was. In my defense, I thought
for sure had
like
Scoot over Brandon Miller. I was high on Scoot. I for sure had Brandon Miller.
You know what I'm saying? I thought Scoot was like 6'4" in my defense. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was a lot bigger than he is.
Yeah, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm projecting any type of negativity on Dylan Harper. I hope the kid turns out to be a baller. And the more and more I watch him, the more and more I actually like his game. But I'm just saying, we've seen 2 picks, lottery picks, not really pan out.
I mean, we've seen a bunch of them.
With who?
James Wiseman, Evan Turner, Derek Williams, right? D'Angelo Russell was the number 2 pick in the draft. Michael Kidd Gilchrist was Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Marvin Bagley.
I mean, we've seen the number 2 pick not turn into what we thought he was going to turn into. I mean, Hassim Thabit, Jabari Parker, but that was unfortunate. That wasn't that was just unfortunate with Jabari Parker. I mean, we've seen the number 2 pick not be, what we thought the number 2 pick was going to be. I just think about, what Dylan Harper could be. And I think that the San Antonio Spurs, I mean, I feel like we're ushering him in prematurely because it's not like De'Aaron Fox isn't 27 years old and still elite in the NBA. It's not like he's not one of the better league guards in the game today. I feel like this. I think Dylan Harper is the future, but I'd be surprised if he's the near future, considering what De'Aaron Fox is.
I feel like, for me, I'm confused on where the De'Aaron Fox thing is coming from like moving on or anything like that. I think Dylan Harper's going to come off the bench for the first year of his career, but it's just really at Dylan's speed. If Dylan's better than De'Aaron by the time he gets to year 2, then maybe they'll move off, but there's no reason to. I think they're probably they could play like a Thunder did with James Harden and just let him come off the bench, be a 6 man and just have like an elite rotation. I think a lot of lineups they're going to have Jeremy Sohan's probably going to be out of the game. As big as I am on Sohan, I just don't think there's a lot of flaws in his game offensively still. And I think that what Penn was talking about, Carter Bryant could easily be closing games over him, or Harrison Barnes could close games over him, or now even Dylan Harper. There's a world in which you're running out Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Devin Vassell and Wemby. Like, they have so much versatility. And I think that, De'Aaron Fox, if he reaches the defensive apex that I think a lot of you all believe he can play at, which is, he's an elite, tier 2, tier 1 defender as a guard. Let's say he does regress to the means and get back to that level. Then you could run him with Dylan and Vassell in them and not have many issues. And you got Wemby playing the back line. I mean, they're going to have so much flexibility with their roster, and I think that's probably the biggest thing the Spurs have. To Ox's point, Harrison Barnes still has a lot of value in this league. I mean, honestly, Harrison Barnes, that Warriors game, I think is a perfect example of like some of his value, like the veteran leadership, knows how to close games well. It's just very structured in how he thinks. He's a professional, and you need a professional in the building when you have a team that young. And, I think their starting 5 is going to be De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, Wemby. So then that means Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Harrison Barnes. Who else is coming off the bench next year for them? Who's the center they just got? Luke Cornett,
Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, that's a really good squad. You know what I mean? Like that's a team that's competing for the bottom end, I think, of the playoffs in the Western Conference. Even without Wemby being there, like but to the point now they got to run Luke Cornett out, and now they're running out with Dylan Harper and. You got De'Aaron Fox, you got Vassell in them. I still think they're going to have like a lot of really good chances to play really good basketball next year. So I think they're all going to complement each other really well. And I think that the system, and that's why they also have a coach that's 38 years old, Penn. I think that's also, they wanted someone to grow with the roster. Mm-hmm. And I think that's already really good at what they're doing. And I think De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Luke Cornett, Kelly Olynyk, those are the players that are kind of helping the core to establish their identity. So I actually think it's all going to work really nicely together for the Spurs.
But that's an emerging trend. Younger coaches, Darko Rajakovic, super young, Jordi Fernandez, the guy y'all just hired, right? All these coaches are like under 45, 46 for the most part. So clearly we're moving into a new NBA. Swiper, how would you compare this Spurs team and specifically the Spurs team around De'Aaron Fox to the Kings team that he left? Because that Kings team was perennially play-in.
Yeah, I remember, but so the 22-23 year, Ox remembers even better than I do. They were running, who was starting at the 2 Ox that year? Was that still Keon at the time?
Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter, and then Davion was on that roster, right? And Keon Ellis was on the roster too?
Yep.
Still?
I think they signed him at
23.
Yeah,
23.
22-23.
He was running with what's my man Davis,
Terrence Davis.
Terrence Davis.
Davis.
Yep. And then so Sabonis. Yeah, I mean, I think the difference is I think their top end talent is already better than that team with the Kings. I think Wemby is just, I think my personal opinion, I think he's a better player. I think than Sabonis offers a higher floor. Well, a higher ceiling. I think Sabonis may be the floor because he just is a veteran. He knows what he's supposed to do. You're not going to replace 14 rebounds and 20 points and 7 assists every night. But I think that Wemby, his upside is so crazy. And then you couple that with De'Aaron Fox, if he has a better shooting season, for instance, and a better defensive year than he has in the last couple of years, I actually think this team is better. But I think the problem is, Penn, is that now you're running into, while they're deep and they have a lot of talent, I think you're running into a lot of teams in the Western Conference that have a really good top-end talent and also are deep and also have a more established culture. And I think when you have to run into all of that all at once, it's really difficult to win at a high level. But chill, I wouldn't be surprised if they're pushing for, if everybody's healthy, let's say you get 65 games in Wemby, I wouldn't be surprised if they're pushing 41 wins next year. I think that would be reasonable. That's pushing 41. Pushing.
Well, pushing 41?
Meaning getting close to it, 38, 37.
Ron, Ron, so they won 20.
Ron said 2 seeds, so you're underselling them. That's
yeah.
Hold on. I don't believe they'll get to.
Yeah, you said their ceiling is 2 seeds.
Not this year. You didn't say this year. You said over the next few years.
What?
No, he said this season coming up.
No,
shoot.
The 25-26 season.
Oh, wow.
Ron got them as the number 2
My
seed.
bad.
What would that
be? He got them having the ability to be the 2 seed.
If all went right,
bro, I have the ability to be an astronaut. Don't mean I'm gonna do it. Like,
that could be your ceiling.
I'm a fan of astronauts.
At their very best. He said at their very best, what can
Why
it be?
have I heard that statement twice this week already?
Because I've been listening to Ox, and I listened to Ox on Playback
astronaut.
yesterday, and he said something about being an astronaut. So boom, that's my ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we are underselling the talent for the Spurs.
Well, I think it's not the talent though, Ron. Everyone in the West is talented.
Is it possible you're overselling it, Ron? This is a team that
not
was not
overselling-
500
You guys
with
asked
Wemby
me
last
the
year. You know that,
ceiling.
right?
Now, if you ask me the floor,
What's the floor?
they missed the playoffs.
Homeless. Okay.
So Ron, it's 1 to 15. Is that what you're saying? Could you give us a take, bro?
What do you, y'all? I'm answering the questions y'all are asking me. If you would have asked me the correct question, Laurent,
Okay.
what do you think the Spurs are going to be?
Let me ask you the correct question.
You asked the question.
43 wins.
Chill
Are
asked
you
me the
taking the
question.
over or the under? Hold on, Ron. No, you got to ask Ron questions this way.
This is
Ron,
disgusting.
42 wins.
So I asked
over or
myself
under?
the question, Morris.
You want me to let Jordan up, Ron?
Chill asked me if I'd be surprised if the Spurs missed the playoffs. I'm pretty sure you was the one who started what the Spurs season was like. My fault. I'm not even gonna bother to rewind it and check. I'm gonna believe you. If you're lying, someone will tell me.
Hey, Bron. So DraftKings has them at
I'll still blame you regardless.
They have the Spurs at 39. Well, at 39 and a half next year. Would you go over under on that?
I'm going over.
What is it again?
How about 39 and a half?
Oh, over that.
I have to go put some money on that.
Hell yeah. Put a ban on that, Ron.
How about 44 wins? Over or under?
I'm not touching that.
Going over that too.
Over 44 wins. Who had 44 wins in the league? Like, could the Wolves have what? 49, Mars? They had 49 last year.
But yeah, everyone like 1 through 8, 2 through 8 was in that 52 to 48 range.
Here's the
in
thing.
the West.
I think most betting sites over-index for the previous season.
44 would have got you between the Kings and Grizzlies last year. So the 9 seeds.
I think most betting sites, they over-index for the previous year. So they're like, oh, you were a 30-win team. You're probably going to be 10 wins better. I think you just throw out last season. Wemby, the youth of the roster. You got a rookie like Steph Castle taking that second year. We don't know what a second year leap for Steph Castle is going to look like, but from what I've heard, he's a really hard worker, right? You're adding 2 lottery picks that are physically at least ready to be NBA players. You got a whole bunch of depth behind Wemby now, between Luke Cornett and Kelly Olynyk. That's a lot. And they're actually trying to win games. They weren't trying to win games last year. So I think, honestly, over 39, easy.
Well, chill. Well, there was like 20 games left when Wemby and Foxy went down, right?
Right. So, and to Ron's point, when Ron talked about 41 wins, I mean, they won. What I think Wemby went down in game 56. I mean, they were on pace to win 40 games.
In fairness, Cho, they were also on pace to win 22 wins or 23 wins at one point. They just won a whole bunch of games late in the season and ended up screwing up their draft position, which worked out for them because they ended up with the second seed. The second pick, but
yes,
I mean, they were under 500 last year with Wemby, though. I think they were 21-25 or 22-25. There was something like that.
Well, how many games did Wemby play?
46.
Okay,
46
so
games.
can't really say that with Wemby. Oh, you talking about the games that he played?
Yes, I'm talking about the games that he played.
Okay, but
they were under 500 in the games that he played. But a lot of the games he played weren't with De'Aaron Fox because they only added him mid-season. So we really have no idea what that duo looks like. And honestly, you think that putting 2 really good players together always works, but sometimes it doesn't. So that's these what you're really betting on.
Foxy and Wemby, those 2 go together like peanut butter and jelly. I gotta figure out how to take that off. I'm sick of those balloons.
I don't even know what that is, but
I don't know. It's I
Yo,
computer a couple months ago. And
what's the word? What's the word, champs?
Oh, we just over here talking basketball.
Yeah,
Jordan, what up, brother? How you running?
What up? I'm beating all allegations, man. I'm just fresh off the pit. I'm beating all allegations. You know what I mean? Mars said I can't go right. I've been working on my right hand. Hey, boy, that's
what I do. I just motivate people to self-improvement. You know,
beating all allegations, bro. I'm falling in love with hooping again, Ox. So, hey, man, when I see you, it might be up. It might be up.
That's what I like to hear. I was tired of you talking about you can't move. That's crazy.
I think I'm day 2. I'm back day 2 against the college kids, man. I ain't winning no game, but I'm getting buckets. It's all that matters.
You ain't supposed to beat them. If you beat them, you overachieving. Them kids,
there you go.
Got springs in their legs.
I'm getting buckets. That's all that matters. I'm falling in love with playing again, man. It's been a while since I really wanted to go to the gym and play. So I'm finally falling back in love with it again. I got to lift though. My damn knees weak as hell. Them quads weak as hell. But,
I told you get on that boat, just do some squats.
Just people laugh at it, but them bands that the ladies use for the booty workouts and all that. Put those on your knees, bro.
I got a bunch of them. You right. You definitely right. They definitely work.
I mean, those wasn't created for booty workouts.
Yeah, I know, but
they got that stigma now.
The women just realized what it was doing for them, and they took it over. Them things is there for a reason.
They took it over. Yeah,
hold on.
I got my love back.
All right, y'all. It's about that time to get into the crunch time chat. Salute to everybody that's in here. Y'all already know how much we appreciate you and love you, especially if you like the video, especially if you're a member, especially if you have subscribed, and especially if you are ready for the press box coming up on the 20th. Especially if you are ready for Throwback Thursday coming up next Thursday. Can't wait for this. And especially if you just tapped in all around the board. But let's get into these super chats, though, y'all. The first one I got is from Masinko. Masinko said the watermelon stereotype also was to prevent us from being properly hydrated. Fruits and vegetables, the best way to hydrate.
Funny story, not funny at all, but true story that one of the, I'll end it very quickly. One of the watermelon stories is that one of the rings became so popular within our communities that we used to use it for long travel in the homeland. And so watermelon, because it has so much water and it's so packed with nutrients, you could have watermelon, you could storage it, and then you could eat it, and it would sustain you for long periods of time. So then it became a trope, obviously, when we got moved over here and all that stuff. But watermelon has a lot of helpful uses for you, for your body, just for your overall living and just maintaining, and all that. Watermelon is really good for you. And I just put it in the chat. Trader Joe's has yellow watermelon. So
I need to figure that out because I'm on a caloric deficit, so I need something that give me energy throughout the day.
Oh, I see, bro. I seen you moving.
Caloric deficit. Is that what I just heard? That's
what
I'm
on
caloric deficit today.
Yeah. You know, my boy Jordan
my
said
English up for my
he's trying to get out
Mars.
of he's trying to get out of his puffy phase and get back into a slim phase. So shout out to my dog.
I got to, bro. I'm on
Puffy,
that deficit.
like Puff Daddy.
He said puppy. I don't know if he said puffy.
No,
I thought he
not
said
puffy. It's just like, you know what I mean. We want to be smaller. We want to be more
oh,
lean.
okay, gotcha.
Oh, that Puffy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
gotcha. But shit, you know, I'm on that deficit, so I'm only eating one time a day. So I got to figure out something that give me energy throughout the whole goddamn day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the deal.
Ron, what you eat all day? Apple?
I'm actually.
Hey, Ron, them shoulders is a lot wider than he telling you, Ron. Okay, don't them shoulders ain't petite, Ron. I've seen you before, so I know.
I just don't got football shoulders though.
That's all it is. Man, football dudes, they different than us, right?
I just ain't been doing this for 15 years straight.
Hey, chat. When we went out to eat, every time we went out to eat in India or San Fran, every time I seen Ron eating, he was like this. It's like, what are you over there eating, bro? Graham cracker?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Swipe get this off, and I'm allergic to apples too, so I can't eat apples.
I'm really trying to be like Mars, but people don't know. Mars only eat about one time a day. For real.
Are you allergic to apples or apple skin?
No. Pin. Let me tell you a crazy
not,
story. Let me tell you a crazy.
Nah,
You ain't even know the story.
I know the story.
You know what it's
Nah.
Now he know the story.
What? I'm sorry.
My man Frank.
That's a good story.
My man Frank C sent through a super chat one day. Actually, you know what? Actually, chat right quick, and I'm gonna get right back to these super chats. I know it's crunch time chats, y'all. We are at 142,000 followers. Episode 150K is coming up soon, and it will be dictated all by you, chat. So you guys can send through any super chat, and we will have to answer any question you send through. Most questions. But let's get back to the super chats, though, y'all. And somebody might send
Whoa.
super chat and say,
All questions. We answer all questions.
99% of questions.
Hell, like who was allergic to apples? I ain't never heard that shit in my whole life.
Chill.
The skin.
It's a very common allergy. First of all,
really?
Thank you, Pin.
Yes. And there was a period in my life where I was just obsessed with apples, and then I tried eating apples one time, and my throat started to close up. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Same thing happened with pears, and then I realized it was the skin. But Ron, little hope at the end of the tunnel. I am no longer allergic to apples. I have no idea what happened. Eat them all the time now, so we're good.
He almost died. All right.
Word, it was that bad.
Almost died. Chill. My girl, she was scared. She was calling me like, I don't know what's wrong with it.
But apple skin?
I don't know.
Nobody knows what's wrong with him. We just roll with it.
But Ron, you ate a fruit.
He was looking like Martin when he got beat up by Tommy Hearns.
Oh wow! But
It's because you ate apples, Ron?
Yeah. Well, since Oxton then forced the story, so
we already did.
I was working all day. Open gym was like at 4. This is when I used to go tear these college kids up. I'm talking about I used to come on campus and tear them kids up. But either way it goes, they open gym was at 4:30. I was working all morning, so I didn't get a chance to eat all day. So I'm like, I'm not trying to go hoop on an empty stomach, and all of this. So the only thing I could do was stop by the store real quick and grab something real quick. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to eat nothing heavy because I'm about to go hoop for 2 hours. So I go and I just grab the thing of apples, but it's a pretty big thing of freshly sliced apples. But chill, I'm so hungry. I eat 2 and I just start smacking them. So I end up eating damn near the whole thing. Probably an equivalent of 2 or 3 apples.
Right.
I get the hoop in. I'm doing my thing, I'm doing what I do best.
You don't think it's not? You don't think no big deal?
I don't think it's nothing. But my face start burning and itching. I'm like, this is weird. But I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like we condition as athletes just to play through whatever, So I don't think nothing of it.
Not football players, Ron. That's why he's looking like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But your face is during I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's just it just starts feeling hot. But I'm like, whatever. And then I'm like, all right, this is actually abnormal. So I go to the bathroom and I start looking at myself, and then my face start to
literally swell up.
Yeah. But chill, we in the middle of a game though. So I'm like, I go out, I finish the game. We finish the game real quick. After the game, I just rush off the floor, grab my stuff, get out the gym. I don't even tell them I'm leaving. I just grab my stuff and I go. When I get in the car, my face start to look like, I know y'all seen the movie with Will Smith.
Hitch.
Hitch, yeah.
Yeah, Hitch. my face start to look like that. Eyes start to swell up. My whole face is itching. And it was basically just one of those where it was nasty.
Did you get Benadryl?
Nah, I had to go to the emergency room. They had to give me one little shots.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't know you was allergic to apples at the time?
Nah, I had no clue.
Damn.
You never
it's like
touched yourself.
pineapples. People be allergic to pineapples. They tongue and shit start bleeding, but they don't realize it. And it's like, brother, you're allergic to the pineapple. I don't know why you keep eating that shit.
Them pineapples be so acidic, man. That be tearing up the roof of your mouth sometimes. If you
probably because you're allergic to it though. That's probably why.
Man, pineapple's a great.
I'm not allergic to anything. I'm a beast, and I could eat anything.
Okay.
Hey, well,
what's your favorite Will Smith movie? I'm curious. Now you don't open that box.
No, let me go. 6 Degrees of Separation.
My favorite Will Smith movie.
Because you pulled out Hitch in like 2 seconds. I'm like,
yeah, that's favorite. Right next to Chill.
Chill is Hitch. I seen Chill in action.
My favorite.
Chill had a birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Chill.
My birthday is in January, brother. That is not true. That is not true.
One of Chill's fake accounts.
Right
okay. Shout out to the birthday of one of Chill's fake accounts.
They said it was James Posey's birthday, but it was a picture of Chill.
Oh, that's heat.
Chill. I'm assuming it's either I Am Legend, Pursuit of Happiness, Ali, 7 Pounds, or Hitch, or Independence Day.
Men in Black.
Men in Black?
No bad boy.
Somebody, hey, wait, chill. Toast said Enemy of the State. That movie
Enemy of the
was
State is
fire.
dope. Enemy of the State was dope.
I'm sure
everybody Independence Day?
Right?
I did say Independence Day.
I can say, Penn, I was never rooting for somebody more than I was with him in The Pursuit of Happiness.
Me too.
Like that actually brought me to tears at the end of that show.
And it was dope. It was dope how they had the real dude walk across the screen at the end.
Yes.
How they had the real him.
Mars ain't never seen that movie before a day in his life.
You know what I'm trying to do?
You don't even know
Mars, I'm telling y'all, there's something about Mars. I respect him for this, but and he's young, so he'll grow into some other passions in life. Mars, it will legit watch basketball on YouTube all day. I'm gonna let y'all in a little story. All right, I'm not gonna say no more. We would be out, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we would literally be out. We would be out and about, skirting the town, doing what we do, doing an event. I would leave dressed up. Mars is on YouTube watching some game from 2015, and somebody would be in there with. I can't remember who. I remember who. It was Easy. I think it was Easy. I would come back. Mars Gifted too. Mars is in the room with Gifted, still watching YouTube. And some 2014 playoff game with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Charlotte Bobcats or something.
That's why he be spanking.
It had to be the Grizzlies and the Spurs. It had to be the Grizzlies.
But I appreciate that.
I be throttling you.
No, but look, I definitely get. I'm on YouTube all the time. But I watch a plethora of things. Mars is like
20 verse 1 in our legend channel.
I'm watching JLK. If you don't know who JLK is.
You watching highlights of love?
I watch Keem Sama. I watch JLK. I watch a lot of gaming stuff. You know what I mean? I'm a gamer. I like gaming. But no, Mars, I really appreciate that about you.
We literally in Indiana. We came back to the house, and Mars is sitting there watching the Oklahoma City Thunder, Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals in 2016. That's what we do. Then I caught him later on. I caught him later on watching San Antonio and Oklahoma City in 2012 in the Western Conference Finals. And then you wonder why he knows that James Harden used to be a defender, and now he's not that anymore. And you wonder why he knows that. Which I knew that anyway.
Morris,
but
Morris, how you figure out what games you want to watch, like on a day-to-day basis?
It might be a conversation I've had. It might be just me thinking about random stuff. I was watching Cavs Magic 09 this morning. Dwight Howard tore the shot clock off the rim in the first minute of the game. That was interesting. 8-minute delay. But yeah, so it's just I just feel like watching something sometimes.
You know what you're about to watch next?
Probably gonna finish that Magic Cavs series.
He watched the shit on 1.5 speed too. I'd be like, bro.
Nah, if the quality is good, you can watch it faster. Some of them games you might have to slow it down to see what's really going on.
Mars be watching videos on his phone, bro. That shit be going too fast, bro. I'm like, bro, how did you even hear that shit? He was like, you didn't hear that? Hell no, that shit on 2.5 speed.
So we could do a graph, right? And this is where the funny part comes in. Who watches the most ball? I would say There's a few of us up here in this typography. I gotta watch it for whatever shows and all this stuff. Mars watches it a lot in his free time. The stuff I watch in my free time, but no, I'm not pulling Magic Johnson up more than likely. I'll try to find Wilt Chamberlain tape so I can prove Chill wrong. That's something I would like to do. I'll do that every so often. But I'll watch a host of stuff. Mars is just watching it like when I take breaks, Chill, because I'm watching Gangs of London, or you know what I mean. I'm watching Dark Matter on Apple. I just started watching Silo.
Gangs of London. I could not get
Gangs of London's heat.
It's fire. Yeah,
it's not. I just could not get into.
I just started watching
that shit, and he from there.
I mean, shit. I just look out my window. There you go. I got a free screen.
Y'all talking about Peaky Blinders, or what y'all talking about?
No. Gangs of London is a new era like Peaky Blinders with it starts with the Wallace family, and it's really good. It's really good. But
it's called Gangs of London. It's called
Gangs of London. It's cold. It's a good show.
Is it on Netflix?
Hey,
I like
UK shit. Hey, I thought it was like a biography or something. I didn't think it was like an actual show. I'm thinking I'm gonna learn about the Gangs of London. I'm ready to hit up Mars. Like, yo, Mars, you better stay off the west side. You know,
Mars already on the west side. He there right now. He know what time it is over there.
I think it's good to be.
Mars don't leave his house. Y'all think he's trolling? He don't leave his that room he's in. Mars, when the last time that door been open?
Mars really a gangster for real. Mars really be in the streets. This is a gimmick.
Room comfortable, man. This room comfortable. I mean.
Mars really be at the club with them bottles up in there. Y'all don't know why y'all capping
no,
on Mars.
Does not. No, he doesn't.
Table full of them joints too, boy.
Wait,
he got them little English joints.
Together, At least eight, maybe 8 nights all together. Mars has been out for 0.
But we
cannot drag Mars.
We had the Seattle trip.
Chill you don't be out either. Chill don't be going nowhere. We Chill twice.
Boy, you can't keep up with Chill. You look.
He done been out with us like twice. It depends on where we going.
See, Swiper, you didn't come to Seattle with us though. Chill stepped out with us in Seattle a couple nights. Mars did too, actually. Mars trying to fool y'all. Mars was for a second.
I got taken to whatever that restaurant.
You were taken.
Well,
you don't even get that reference.
I couldn't get back by myself. Then the restaurant had like a curfew. It was like under 21, you have to leave at 9. They was like, Mars, hide in the bathroom so they don't come check you, so you get kicked out. So I'm there hiding in a stool, so I can't get kicked out because they're gonna check my age. And then they leave. They're about to go someplace else. I'm like, nah, JD, I need an Uber. I need to get back. So then I left.
Mars, I had enough of this shit.
I was out with the
joints.
Mars popping bottles in it.
Yeah. Hey, but look, don't look. I like being me and Ox. I love hanging out with Ox. Jordan's fun. Chill's fun, bro. Hey, where's Ron? Ron down the street somewhere. I'm like, Ox, where is Ron? He just walked off. I'm like, Ron, literally gotta go find Ron. Like he's the one. He's the one. If we ever came up missing, if you ever had a PC milk box, who came up missing? It's Ron. Ron be disappearing like a madman, bro. I don't know how Ox has done it for 15 years. No idea. I legit will have to go find Ron. Like, where did Ron go? We're at the venue. Where did you go? Why did you leave?
Ron be my guy with me, brother. We be moving through the trenches.
Side missions.
No, I'm not. Hey, Jordan, we was Kobe and Shaq, but shout out to Shaq.
Yo, I gotta get back to the pursuit of crunch time chats. But once again, I can't wait to figure out what game Mars is going to choose for us for our Throwback Thursday next week. Well, actually, here's the thing, fellas. Right quick, chat. Chill's going to come up with a game. Ox is going to come up with a game. Mars is going to come up with a game. Pin's going to come up with a game. Jordan, Swiper, me as well.
I already came up with a game.
And you guys are going to be able to vote on which game you guys want to watch first. And then second, third, all of that good stuff. So we'll have the games out to you guys soon, and you guys will get a chance to choose which game we kick things off with. But all right, y'all, back to these crunch time chats. Frank C said, Dub Ball Talk, as always, ESPN ain't got nothing on PC.
Only shows it
shout out Frank. Shout out Frank Pizza, boy. Hey, Frank, you stay in business, boy.
The only show that rivals PC is NFL Live. Their production is like, and their show.
Speaking of shows, I'm gonna say it again. Sunday, July 20th, 11 a.m. Tune in. I'm definitely tuning into that show. 100%.
Can I be a guest on there? Because I need to get my Titans take off. That's all I want to do.
Please.
I gotta get my Titans take off, boy. Hey, they talking about we got the worst coach in football. Shit, no, we had the worst quarterback in the world. So hey, I gotta get my Titans take off. I'm on that. Hey, Swiper, I'm your guest. I'm your +1.
Cam Ward versus the best defense in the NFL week 1. That's gonna be tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He finna dart. What? Three touchdowns on them. Easy.
I think Frank is in the. I think Frank is in the group of people that respect the fact that we don't just talk about what the masses want to talk about, because there's plenty of people like DF Piccolo. He's a Trailblazer fan. I mean, how many people talking about the Blazers? How many people talk about the Toronto Raptors? Right? How many people are talking about New Orleans outside of Penn? But like, we talk about the stuff that everybody isn't talking about, and they need to talk about. That's why people come to see us, for that specific reason, because we talk about the stuff that most people want to talk about, but the masses have to listen to because they only talk about this. Well, we don't do that. No, we talk about everything.
What's the biggest problem with the NBA? They don't build up the next wave of stars, right? That's huge. They don't talk about Cade very much. They don't talk about Trey Murphy. They don't talk about Scotty Barnes. They don't talk about Wemby even. I mean, Wemby a little bit. Paolo.
See how he led with that, Mark? See how he broke that shit down?
Yeah, I snuck him in there. We've had, I think, if I had to put the over under on how many times we have talked about Jalen Green at depth on this show, it's got to be at least 100 since I've been here. At least 100. Sometimes multiple times a day. We just be randomly going on to 20-minute segments about Jalen Green. I think the league is going to be in trouble when Steph Curry and LeBron James decide to move on to bigger and better things. And at that point, they're going to be scrambling to try and inform people who these players are that are taking their place. But if you're a PC fan, I don't think you have to scramble at all, because you've been hearing about these players forever. Look at how many times Chill's gone on a tangent about Carter Bryant already. I went on tangents about Carter Bryant. We've all had our Carter Bryant take off. And that's a dude who I don't even think he's averaging 4 points per game in Summer League right now.
Right.
So, I mean, we're going definitely a lot deeper than ESPN, man.
They talk about Wemby a lot.
Yeah.
But to Penn's point, though, when LeBron, Steph, KD gone, they are going to be in trouble. Y'all know where to stay at or where to come to if y'all want to hear ball talk.
It's Franz Wagner's league. Y'all just don't want to. Y'all don't want to even hear it.
It's not even
Franz taking over.
Wagner's
He's the face of the league.
Now, Swiper, it's interesting.
How's it his league? He ain't got a team.
It's interesting that we have a league and we have a commissioner who got it passed down from him for David Stern, because we had a stretch where in 1992 we lost Magic. In 1993 we lost Magic and Bird. In 1993 we lost Jordan, and in 1994 we lost Isaiah Thomas. So in a span of 3 years, that's what we lost, and the league kept rolling. We're in a space now where I think in the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to lose a lot of these guys. James, Curry. I think a lot of these guys are going to move on. Like, the next iteration of stars, like, we need to be talking about them more than we do. And I think the reason why we're not is because the league is so predicated on Curry and James. And I think that they're afraid to move on from these guys because they're not sure about these current guys.
I don't know. I think because they're the best players in the league still. That's why.
Right. And okay, and I can get with that. I 100% can get with that part, Jordan. But how can you move on from the best players in the league still, who, by the way, are going to be gone soon, to these other guys who can also become that? So, like, guys like Paolo and Franz, right, and Wemby and guys like that. Well, they can become that if you move on from these guys, because they're going to be gone soon. It's not like James is 32 or 33 and he's still got 5 or 6 more years. Same thing with Curry, where he got 5, 6 more years. Curry's not going to be around. He's going to be 38 next March. How much longer is Curry going to be around? How much longer is James going to be around? Right? KD. How much longer is KD going to be around? Right. How much longer are these guys going to be around before we start to make the transition to these other guys?
Well, Chill, the thing about that too is these guys are staying around so long though that the next wave, they're going to retire all close to each other. So that we need to start talking about the younger guys, Anthony Edwards and the younger ones, because the next wave of guys,
Jokic, Embiid, Giannis are all 30 now.
Yeah, Jokic and them, they probably all gonna retire with Brian. You know what I'm saying? So
that better not happen.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to start going deeper. But you know what though, Chill, but on a serious note too though, and this is something that actually Dub used to really press me about. Really used to press me about this. It's that It's not like ESPN, Fox, all that. It's not even about us anymore. It's about the casual fan. It's about the guys that work long hours and don't get to really pay attention to all that. It's about the people that can't really pay attention. Not so much because they don't want to pay attention, but because maybe they got things going on, they can't pay attention, but they still love basketball. But they are casual fans, and there's nothing wrong with that. So when you have to cater to them, you kind of have to throw Brown out there more. You have to throw Steph out there more. You know what I'm saying? You can't really talk about the next guy up because they're just like, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about him? You know? And so I to a certain extent, I got to respect that, you know, and I used to be really upset about that, but Dub really pointed it out, like, bro, you just got to accept it. That's where the money is. And that's what they're doing over there. So
I think the NBA could take a lesson from Jurassic Park. You know, how they bring back these old characters into canon and then they try to stack up the new characters to old characters. I think a lot of franchises do this. I don't
bring Scarlett Joe onto. I'm with that. Yeah.
I'm not necessarily even talking about the recent one, but it's like, you know, they be bringing back JD Wong or BD Wong or whatever his name was, and they brought back that Dodson character in the last movie, and it's just like you're kind of calling back to something. So it's like right now you got these very established superstars, and it would be very good for you if some of your new superstars could actually clash with those players in meaningful ways. Like, so Christmas games, right? Like Steph versus Anthony Edwards, you know, like that's got to be like, okay, the battle of the 3-point shooting demons right now, you know, and then LeBron versus Paolo, you know, I need to stack those two up together, or, you know, something like that. So it's just like, I think people, the way people build stories in their head, they need to anchor it to something. So Michael passing Magic, Michael beating Bird helps because that's the guy I used to root for. This is the guy I'm gonna root for now, you know? So you need the new guard to beat the old guard. I swear professional wrestling works like this too. So.
All right, y'all. AJ Bob 24 said, quick question. Why don't more players work on their post game early so when they get older, it's more refined, i.e. Kobe and Jordan? It can prolong their game so much and conserves energy. Discipline issue?
Coaching.
Chill, you're muted.
I mean, Jordan started to work on his post game. He played in the post a lot more, like around 91, 92. He was still Air Jordan at that point. So, you know, he didn't play in the post as much. He didn't start playing in the post more until he slowed down. I mean, he could play on the box, but he didn't really take advantage of smaller guys until he got older. So it's not like he was consistently working on that. He just had it in his game and he used it later on in his career.
Sure, I think it's just as important, like how they want a big to be able to stretch the floor with his jump shot. I think it's just as important as it is for a guard to work on their post game.
Yeah, especially when they're younger.
Because I've seen plenty of times, even growing up, where I had a guard who might have been even smaller guards that might be a little stocky, where it's like we'll run a set where they're cutting through. But then it's like you got a little guard, stop right there, catch the ball, boom, go straight up. You know, so I think it's very important for guards that have block work, and I think the guards that have block work, I think they level up a little more, prevail a little more.
Because it's the footwork. To me, it's the footwork. Like just having that footwork. Like you really post up if you're not going downhill every time. You're really posting up a lot more than you think. Like if somebody is guarding you and they cut you off, you turn your back. That's a post up. So if you can manage how to like score out of that. Which is, I think it should be. I think they need to bring that more. Like Jalen Brunson do it for his size a little bit.
Jalen Brunson be cooking.
Yeah, but I feel like they need to bring that back a little bit more. Like the game could be so simple. Just throw the ball right to the post. Like, you know, where you keep running. You can't run everybody off screens like they Steph. So if you can, you know, run down to the block and get a little guard on your, you know, behind you, and you can turn and shoot, or you can turn and go off 2 feet. Bro, your game would be so much better. And like,
that's not exciting, Jordan. It's not exciting.
It don't matter. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Well, actually, it is though, Ox. It actually is, because we got a lot of guys who played. We had guys who played. Chauncey Billups played on the box.
Yeah.
Irvin plays in the post, right? Jason Kidd played in the post. I mean, you know, Jason Kidd played in the post. I mean, you got a lot of guards that play in the post, and they're really good in the post too. I think that, to Ox's point, it might not be sexy, but like once you see it turning into that, whether it's the footwork, whether it's the passing out of the post or quick hits, I think it becomes something different. And people start to recognize and appreciate it a lot more.
Doesn't it matter a little bit if
get your ass on the box at least as a guard. If you can't shoot, you got a knockdown shooter.
Doesn't
get
it
your
matter
ass on the box? Get closer to the basket.
Jordan, doesn't it matter if the guard, maybe the wing that we're seeing today, maybe was a little bit bigger for his size when he was younger and he had to play the 4 or the 5? Like I was listening to Elijah Martin, who's 6'2", saying he was playing like power forward and small forward earlier on. So if you were big earlier, they probably put you down in the block. Problem is now they're asking bigs to shoot, wings to shoot, guards to shoot. So everybody just doing the same damn thing. I blame the Boston Celtics personally.
Yeah, but Spin, that's my thing. It doesn't even matter the size. It's about when. First of all, it's about did you start playing early enough? And let me not say early enough, but did you start playing early when you were younger? And who were you playing for? Who was your coaches? Because a good youth athletic basketball coach is going to make sure that especially if they're doing stations, like we can split the kids up. We're not doing guards here, bigs here. You're going down here to work on your ball handling. We're over here doing form shooting, and we're down here doing straight block work. I don't care if you're 4'8" or 6'8". You're on the block doing block work. I need you to have I need you to be able to catch the ball, jump to the ball, open up, rip through, and go. I don't care what size you are. You need to be able to be comfortable on the court everywhere. So it does depend what's in some places if you were bigger young, but when you're a forward thinking basketball trainer, basketball coach, you're going to realize these kids are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't know who's going to be 6'8". We don't know who's going to be 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So everybody needs to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
fundamental basketball. Learn how to do everything, bro.
Kids have growth spurts, man, and so it's like
you don't know.
And kids stop growing. One of my best friends, we used to play against each other when we were 11, 12 years old. He was 6'2". I was like 5'11". We used to go at it. Guess what? I'm 6'8". He's 6'2".
Damn,
you know what I'm saying?
Growing at age 11 is crazy.
And then by the time we got to high school, he was our starting point guard. But back when we were in the 6th grade, me and him was on the block battling. So you just never know what's gonna happen.
I ask you, my dude that I introduced you to in Indiana. That's you. We was the same size in the 9th grade, same size in the 10th grade. I'm still the same height. He grew to 6'7".
Right. See, that's how it happened. Man,
Anthony Davis, same thing. Anthony Davis was a point guard growing up.
Scottie Pippen was small like that too, and then he grew
5'11".
Y'all, I want to ask though. So, and this is more so to the chat. Jalen Brunson's game's not sexy. Like we don't. That's not exciting watching Jalen Brunson play.
No.
Are y'all being serious?
Yeah.
I don't like Jalen Brunson.
I'm not talking about the
foul baiting shit getting on my damn.
I'm talking about the bucket getting part. He's foul baiting because he's small. I'm talking about when Jalen Brunson puts somebody in the torture chamber, hits him with the Hakeem, dream shake.
He gets you on the box too, by the way.
And then hits that turnaround left hand fade.
Looks like a bobblehead.
That shit cool. It's just when he be flopping. That flopping shit get on my nerves.
I'm talking. Okay, the flopping, I can get the flopping part. I'm talking about his game when he gets to just getting buckets. When he
looks like a bobblehead.
When he comes through the legs, crossovers. Hey, he'll stop, hit you with that little hesitation and step back. When he get to cooking like that. That Jalen Brunson got some of the best tough shot making in the league.
Some of it looks good.
I agree with that part.
When he get to doing that, I'd be like, damn. But to Jordan's point, I'm saying this to go back to Jordan's point. When you watch Jalen Brunson play, and you guys keep this in mind when you watch him, he literally will post you up on all 3 levels.
I'd rather watch
post you up on a 3-point line.
Cade got real post game.
Cade be doing turnaround hook shots and shit.
Yeah, he added that this year. That was a thing he added this year. The little.
But I keep telling people, bro, Cade like 6'7", bro. I keep telling y'all, bro. He tall as hell.
Same
he like
thing.
6'7", 6'6".
He's huge.
He's bigger than what y'all think he is. Like he big, bro. Like I seen him when he was fresh out of high school, bro, and he was fucking killing Marcus Smart at a little run, bro. And I'm like, bro, he killing Marcus Smart. That's DPOY.
You said you played a couple runs with K, right, Jordan?
Yeah, and Tyrese Maxey. K big, bro.
Jordan, no, he didn't see him up close and personal.
Bro, he big, bro. He not no liberty dude, like, bro. He gonna post you.
Bro,
up too.
we saw him.
He don't look small anywhere.
He's like 6'7", bro. I'm not bullshitting. He's like
6'7", legit. Yeah,
I don't understand anybody thinking Cade is small. There's nothing about Cade that looks small, even on the basket, even on.
He's
TV.
a big guard. Yeah, he's a big guard.
Yes,
But the thing with Jalen Brunson though, Ron, is Jalen Brunson. He's sexy on highlights. Like if you watch the whole game, it's like, bro, stop. Like it's. I don't like watching Jalen Brunson play in a full game setting. I'll be tired of that shit. It's just a lot of dribbling, a lot of this, and a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but he's little, so
but he's crafty though, bro. Like his handle.
You gotta be when you that
if you
no, for sure.
Well, not everybody has the ability to do that though.
But he's a driver, dog.
Steve Nash was able to keep his dribble.
Steve Nash 6'3" though.
Jalen Brunson strong.
I'm talking about just being able to keep your dribble. Like Jalen Brunson, he does a lot of dribbling, and yes, because he's small, but his ability to keep his dribble and be crafty like that, and then play with his back to the basket. Jalen Brunson, how Jordan just said, he'll drive left, get cut off,
and he's gonna turn that back
up for a couple dribbles, and then go to another move out of that. I just think I'm saying that to say, like, if more guards worked on their post work, they'd be able to get more shots and be able to score more.
You have more levels, because I get tired of, like, if you only got a fucking 3-pointer, a step back, like, bro, that shit limits you so much. Like, I know y'all think I'm a hater. Donovan Mitchell, if he beat people off the dribble and turn his back, as explosive and as athletic as he is, you can't tell me that Donovan Mitchell can't do a turnaround fade in the short corner. He too athletic, bro. Like, he's strong too. Imagine if Donovan Mitchell played like Jalen Brunson a little bit, where you cut him off and he turn his back and go turnaround fade on you.
Wouldn't you argue that a lot of these
crazy
all NBA guards are all good post players for the most part? Like, I'm not John Morant, obviously. I don't think he is. But even just less than all NBA, I think like the lower tiers, like I would say like Jamal. Like Jamal's a really good post guard.
Jamal, Jamal, motherfucker out the post, bro. I would
Brunson, Devin Booker,
if I was the
Anthony Edwards.
He booked nice.
Anthony Edwards. No, but the Ant has to step through. So
Ant will go there, but the effectiveness is shaky.
2 years ago, Anthony Edwards figured out, because defenses are going to overhedge on my athleticism.
Sure.
He started doing that damn step through, Mars, where he gets you on the post, he'll get off that dribble, turn over, he'll Jordan go over the top, boom, boom, step, and he's right at the rim. I'm like, when he started adding that stuff, that made him a different kind of player. And I think he'll go to it more. But I think the NBA has also changed too, Ron, where you can't be as post dominant as a guard. I think now, just because of the way a lot of guards are being defended, so you got to be able to shoot over the top, which is why Ant was shooting 10 threes a game, over 40%, mind you, through March. He was having a prolific shooting season. I think a lot of guards actually are really good at this. I think it's just like your exceptions, which is your Jaws and all that. They don't really do that. But
now, Ja actually a post player too, though. So I put because his little jump floater, that's a post shot.
That too. Yeah, he has that too.
That's a post shot.
Well, let me ask you this, Jordan, because you talked about Donovan Mitchell in terms of his dribble pull-up game. And I know what you mean when you say in the post, right? The guy that goes to the box and asks for the basketball. But when you got a guy who can, one dribble, two dribble, and then once he gets the contact, when I'm in the mid post, I can still play through that contact and shoot over the top of you. Wouldn't that be considered post play or no?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why every person, every guard, every player needs to work on that, because you get put in those predicaments more than you think. Like, if I go between the legs and you cut me off, I can turn my back real quick, and then now I can bump you and get to a fade. You can get to so much shit like that. And I'm telling you, Donovan Mitchell is so skilled to where he's small, but he's so strong. He's not little, he's strong.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
and down low too, by the way. Like and down low, he's really strong.
You're gonna foul him off a spin. He gonna jump so high on that jump shot, you're gonna foul him, or he gonna cash it. Like, he gonna cash it out every time. Like him, he can get to a 1 foot fade and hit you in the chest and go 1 foot fade on you and cash out. So I just want to see more guards do it rather than shoot all these badass shots, bro. It's just too many badass shots, and it's like, simplify the game. I know the NBA is for entertainment, but that ain't entertaining watching everybody shoot the same shots. Like, no, bro. Like
wouldn't you say that's a misnomer though, Jordan? Because I would say there's a few teams that play like that, but there's a lot of styles. I think in the NBA, I think the Celtics they're the extreme version of this thing.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though.
The Rockets, they don't play like that. The Mavericks, I think, are going to play like that this year. The Nuggets don't play like that.
Everybody do the same thing as far as you either 3 and D, and you got the ball on the ISO. Like, Everybody can't be 3-and-D. Like, I don't want everybody 3-and-D just because you can't handle the ball, or just because you
live in a
you're not
copycat league,
Steph Curry
though.
with that. Huh?
Yeah, if you got the talent, yeah.
Yeah, like it's too
And-
many
and
people
to your
sitting in the
point.
corner when they got time. AKA Michael Porter Jr. Why you can't put him on a box? That's
Because he's not a
16.
post player.
He can
But
shoot
to
anybody.
George's point, but to George's
Michael
point,
Porter
anybody.
busy in
No,
there.
to George's
no.
point,
I
to
don't.
George's
I
point,
don't. Again, this is
Yes,
why
he would.
isn't he
Yes,
though?
he
hold on.
would.
This is
To-
what I
but to
don't
George's
wanna-
point though.
Swiper.
See, that's the
He'll
thing though.
get
Swiper,
busy
but
on the block.
To George's
Well, but
point,
the
why
Nuggets
isn't
put
he?
people in
This
the
is what I'm
post. They
trying
put
to-
Aaron Gordon down there. They'll let
the-
Jamal Murray do
and
things.
Porter, it
The
doesn't have
Nuggets are
the.
like a very post.
They score in the paint more than anybody.
And why
else.
isn't
But Porter
MPJ
is.
down there? 6'10".
I'm trying
Because that's
to
not
answer
his
the
skill set.
question.
Because it's not
He
his
can turn
skill
and shoot
set.
though.
Because he doesn't have the ability to muscle or outskill players that are guarding him
No?
typically. No, because
he's
smaller
skilled,
players get. I'm
He
telling
He has
you,
too high of a center of
I'm
gravity.
telling you
in my
because I
opinion,
watched
to play
every
down
dribble of his career. He doesn't have the ability to create a lower center of gravity to even Jordan, even just a basic step back. He doesn't
Like
have
just
the
to get
ability
bumped,
to do it. I
like-
think
like just
because
to
of
get
what
bumped.
Mars is talking about the center of gravity. He just also
Yeah.
isn't stronger than a lot of these guards. And then when he gets bigs on him, he doesn't have the quick twitch because of his back to be
Yeah.
able to get around them
But-
consistently. But
at the same time,
We
Swiper,
talking
I've
about in the
seen.
post though, Swiper.
I am talking
I've
about
seen
the post.
him.
I'm saying he's not a great post scorer.
But hold on though, Swiper, because I've seen Michael
He'll
Porter
fade away.
Jr.
He's
like
a fadeaway
turn.
shooter out of the post.
I've seen him shoot
That's a good shot.
difficult
That's all we
shot
see
off the
LaMarcus
curl.
do in the post.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like that's
like-
a less that's a less
that's all we
effective
see
shot
LaMarcus
than the
do.
other
No, bro,
things the
listen,
Nuggets are getting
Swiper,
to him.
Yeah, but
MPJ
analytics, that's like realistically, it's like 0.8 points per possession if MPJ shoots that shot.
But MPJ, his release is so high and he's so accurate on his jump shot.
Mhm.
He don't really need to do all of that shit, bro. Like if you just throw him the ball, he can catch. He ain't got to dribble. He can just turn over his shoulder and
Yeah,
shoot
very
that bitch.
thriller.
Like
Yeah.
he
I would
can
love
shoot
that shot,
so
actually.
high, like, and he's so accurate. Like I'm not talking
Yeah.
about you ain't got to be Hakeem on a box, but use your advantage to where, bro, I just turned my shoulder. I'm 6'10". He already jump high on this shot.
But he
That
does.
shit's
He
going
does
in.
do that though. I guess what I don't want to happen with MPJ is to get miswritten about his career is that he already does those things on a lower diet. The problem is because of his inability to create shots, Jordan, this is what you'll hear. And Nuggets fans have been saying this for years. In the first half, Jordan, he'll have 18 points, 20
All right.
points, 21 points. It's like, all right, keep feeding him. But then once defenses start shifting their defense to him, because he doesn't have the ability to be like, excuse me, create space.
I don't want him to do that. You know what I want him to do, Swiper?
Yeah.
Look, they cut him off. Go between your legs. Keep your shoulder right there. If you keep cutting me off, I'm gonna turn and spin. If not, I'm gonna just turn and shoot. Like I don't need him to go. I
Right,
don't
but
want him to
I
do
think
that.
the
That
thing
ain't
you're
his
gonna
game.
the thing you're gonna see though is that he'll have more opportunity to do that because the pecking order in Denver was Jamal Murray jump shot
Right.
is more central than yours.
Yeah.
Jokic post up mid range shot three is more essential than that. But we will create out of these actions, including Aaron Gordon, and you will get the ball. Like they utilized him, but I think Porter I think Porter can have a career year this year. But I've already said
I already know he is.
but he in 2021. When Jamal Murray went down, he averaged 23 and 7 on 50, 80.
Bro,
basically.
he shoot 50% every year.
He can do that, but again, in 21, Mars was to bring my Shea thing. I thought he can be better than Shea. Obviously, I was wrong. I said at the time that he shoots with a level, and look this up. He shoots with a level of efficiency as a jump shooter on volume that rivals Zion Williamson in the paint. And I said this 4 years
That's a
ago.
fact.
He is a crazy jump shooter.
He's accurate, bro. He's so accurate.
But again, in this NBA, you do have to be able to, like Anthony Edwards, create enough space for yourself to be able to get those shots off. And I think Porter, when he faces Jaden McDaniels or Kawhi Leonard or Chris Dunn, if they're all in his space, could you even see KD struggle with this? But KD still can get he can at least move and even when he needs to create space as a jump shooter.
KD got a solid first step too, where he can
And his base is better.
MPJ don't got no quick first step. But did you see MPJ playing high school?
Bro, have you heard me talk about Michael Porter and my affinity for Porter?
Bro, in high school, he was
one of the
playing the
best high school players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, bro. But if you
prior
look
to
at his
2020.
game, a little bit when he was in high school too, though, he turned his back on those guards and he jumped high as hell, bro, and he just jump up and shoot it, bro. He's so accurate. I've never seen a shooter that jumps that high every time they shoot and still shoot that shit that accurate. Like usually people got like a little short shot, He jumped high as hell on the basic shots. Like motherfucker be by the box, he jumping in the sky, shooting that bitch.
I'm not gonna do, and I noticed that this might not be the same, but I'm not gonna get sucked into what Swiper talking about with this might be a career year because I did the same thing.
Nah, he gonna be a career year for Mike.
For MPJ?
Jordan, when I saw
it might be.
And when I saw Jordan Poole running around with that Warriors team, and I was like, yo, this dude is going to lead the league in scoring the next year. First and foremost, it's a lot different. It's way different playing with Joker and Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray than it's going to be playing with that Brooklyn team. I'm going to get a lot of the looks that I was getting in Denver, probably not going to get those same looks in Brooklyn. The offense that we were running in Denver, where there's a lot of action off the ball, where I'm going to get wide open flares, I'm going to get a lot of stuff in transition. Probably not going to get those same looks.
He's still going to get wide open shots though.
On top,
but
with him getting wide open shots, he's also going to have to take a lot of bad shots too, because the offense is going to sputter. The offense didn't sputter as much in Denver when Joker's on the floor, when Murray is on the floor. So now when we look for him to be that guy primarily,
he a bad shot taker and a bad shot maker, chill.
No, he's an elite shooter.
And with if I have to, and see that's my point right there. What you just said, Jordan. If I got to depend on that more times than not, those bad shots are going to be exactly that. They're not going to be buckets.
He's a bad shot maker though. He don't like the ball more. Bro, he's not kidding too though. When he say like he's 6'10", he like, bro, I really don't see people contesting my jump shot. He's not playing. Like it's funny, but he dead ass serious. Like that's what he said. He said like he was like, bro, in high school, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Swiper saw the interview. He was like, in high school, I probably shot 70% from three. He was like, I think I can shoot higher.
He beat Steph Curry 1-on-1.
Yeah,
he was like, bro, in the NBA, I really think I can shoot 50% from three. But he was like, that's not my role every time. He's serious when he say, I don't see y'all contest. He was like, it's a bad shot for y'all because you don't realize I'm 6'10". Like a motherfucker 6'10" and he jumping 3-4 inches off the ground. He don't see no contest.
But like I said, I want to be fair to Porter because Porter has had, I would say, 2 elite regular seasons in Denver for a role player, not all-star, but like 18, 7, and 3, and then he had a 19 in the 21-22, 19, but damn near again 50, 45, 76. He's not a great free
2021.
20, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2020, 21. He is going to regular season. You're going to watch him go on a streak, Jordan. He'll have 7 straight 20-point games. And it's like, damn, like, look how good he is. And I agree with you. That's exactly what I've also seen and acknowledged. Before he had his third back surgery, Jordan, I used to always say repetitively, he was the second most talented. He has 3 back surgeries, yes. Before his third one, I said he was a more talented player than Jamal Murray and could eventually be better. But he would have to develop those other parts. I think when he gets to Brooklyn, he'll have a lot of these runs, but I think what you'll also, if you just notice in certain matchups, when they start face guarding him, and it requires him to have to self-create because you can't generate enough space. Because the thing is, if he was even like a competent DHO ball handler, he would average 4 more points per game. The problem is that he doesn't have the ability to consistently run, like throw it in, run back off the screen, throw it back out, run back off the screen, dribble, step back. Boom. You just don't get that from him. But again, a lot of that because of the surgery. I still think he's going to be really good in Brooklyn. I hope he has a career year, and I hope he gets another contract. Like he generally works super hard. He's going to work like the hardest worker in Brooklyn, but
he will get another contract for sure. And I know that the track
doctor did say, to be fair, I just wanted to end that. His doctor did say that his back won't probably start flaring up until he gets to about 32, 33. And because of the nature of the back, it might go from pin not here to here, like to slide. It might go from here to here.
So where are we with him? How old is he? What is he, 25, 26?
He's 27. He's 27. He just turned 27 this June.
So we probably got about 4 more years of this before
5, maybe hopefully 5 or 6. Hopefully 5 or 6.
I mean, his best season was 2020-21.
Look at without Murray, and look what he did,
efficiency and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But in his first of all, last 2 years, 81 games played, 77 games played. So relatively very healthy for 2 healthiest game. And also,
I think he said he would have played all the games if Denver would have let him, though. I think he said
so. He hasn't really been injury prone per se. And then also, every single year he's actually been healthy. He's been north of 60% true shooting, which is significantly above league average. I think as much as there's a track record of guys falling off after Jokic, because we've seen Bruce Brown fall off after Jokic, we've seen KCP fall off after Jokic. I think there's maybe an expectation that he's going to regress. I think this might be the player that actually ascends without Jokic. And also because he is in a perfect offense for him. Everyone what did they just do in the draft? They just drafted playmakers. That's all they really did. They just drafted great above average passers. Jaeger Demon, probably the best passer in this draft class. So he's going to get open shots. Plus Jordy Fernandez. Great coach. Already coached him in Denver. They already have a relationship. I think Brooklyn is going to use this year to rehab his value, and I think it's going to work. I think I'm just saying this. Don't be shocked if he's like an all-star consideration this year.
And also, don't be shocked. Again, I want to make sure. Because I feel like I want to be fair to Porter because I feel like people don't know these things. Porter, absolutely. I'm gunning that's what happens. But the other side of Porter is, I will say this: the reason why I think he's legitimately one of the 5 hardest working players in the league is he has to do that to be able to play on a game-by-game basis. There are things that Michael Porter has to do on a day-to-day basis to play basketball that basically nobody else does.
Like what?
Because of his back.
So
he every single day he has to work extremely hard to just be in a position to feel good. So this is what I'm saying. This is why when before the trade went down, Penn, there are people in the Nuggets media that were hitting me up saying, I don't know if he's going to pass the physical. I wasn't on that side. I wasn't that far, but it's just there are so many things he has to do, and whatever Porter does from this point on is a success. He's already an NBA champion. Whatever happens, playing games, being an all-star, or just whatever, everything he does from this point on is a success. I hope Brooklyn Nets fans realize that what they're getting is that even if the results aren't there like you want them to be, it is not because Porter isn't doing his very best to make it happen. Like he's legitimately fighting every single day to be able to play. And that's what I'm saying, Ox. Like I just want people to.
I hear where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. I think it's a little, it's extremely sentimental. But it's.
It should be though. A lot of people don't understand.
I get what he's saying. Like, but it's like that's not true. Anything he does isn't a success. I mean, he's getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to play basketball.
Oh, well,
so if he comes out and he's not playing good, that's not a success. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I think playing basketball in his state is for me.
My thing is, I don't think he's gonna be a all-star this year. And
Eastern Conference,
it's fine. No, I mean that's what's up. But like, I just disagree with because we're just talking straight hoops. Like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's up. Like, I'm happy he's still in the league because he even in high school I thought he was gonna be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like. He got a ring over there in Denver. He couldn't really play much in the playoffs because of the shoulder. I don't believe it's not anything isn't a success. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Which was a freak accident, by the way.
I think for you feel that way. I think I just have a different. I understand why you feel that way. I agree. Yeah.
I respect it, and it's not a knock. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's just like if he doesn't play good, it's not.
He would agree with you, to be fair, and so would his family. Like,
I hope so. I hope he does hold himself to those standards. And that's. But my thing is, he's gonna be a successful person. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as basketball goes, nah, bro. If you can't get it done, like we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be talking down on him like, oh, he's a bum or this or that. Like he's, But I think that was, extremely sentimental. I respect it.
Even outside of basketball playing numbers, though, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Now I'm just going back to the locker room. A lot of people don't understand the work that these guys have to put in to remain healthy. Michael Porter Jr., bad back. Kawhi Leonard, terrible knees. Joel Embiid, just a bad body in general.
Yeah.
Yo, LeBron James is 40 years old. Steph Curry is whatever he is. Like I'm saying, like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like that might have been funny, okay, hee ha ha. But like I'm being serious though. Like these dudes put in a lot of work and chill. I'm not like when I was younger and I was playing pro and I was playing college. I was able to just get up out of bed and I didn't have to do all that stretching stuff.
Tell me about it.
I could wake up out of bed and windmill the ball with 2 hands, easy. It wasn't until I got 30 and started like really trying to play again at a high level that I realized like, no, you won't be good if you don't wake up and stretch first. Before you get to the gym, stretch.
But see, that's the problem right there,
an hour early before everybody else.
And then afterwards, I gotta get on the bands. I gotta work out. I gotta lift after I work out to be able to work out the next day. And that's why I respect these guys because they do it 82 games year round. It's certain dudes that can't have an off season, like Michael Porter Jr. I can't properly have an off season without working out and putting in the work, because if I don't, come training camp, I won't be a viable enough product to be able to produce.
Yes, but Ron, see,
throughout
that's
the season
the difference. That's the difference between a lot of guys and LeBron and Jimmy Butler, because
absolutely,
they understood that they needed to do that when they were 16, 17 years old. If you wait until you're 34, if you wait till you're 35, then it's way too late. If you're not stretching and icing and doing recovery when you're 24, 23, 22, then you're not going to have the longevity of these dudes that are playing until they're 38, 39, 40. You know what I'm saying? So in MPJ is a different case. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was on that. But it's a bet. You can't really stop that from happening. But if you're not doing it in your late teens, early 20s, don't think you're going to be able to do it when you're 33 and be able to bounce back, because that's not how it works. You can prolong.
But to your point, Ox, we've also had guys, because I wanted to ask you, is it more a matter of luck or is it taking care of your body? Because we saw James Harden not take care of his body for a long time. He's still around. And we're going into year 18, right? So we've seen James take care of his body.
Does he not take care of his body? I mean, that's one thing.
He does. He does.
James might not do it like Bron, but he do.
James will put on a fat suit when he wants to get traded, though. He will.
He might though.
That's what I'm talking about, Swiper.
Just because he out turning up.
But he's in shape. Don't
turning up. Don't mean
I feel like that's what I'm saying.
That's the difference. There's a taking care of your body like during the season and all that, and then there's a Tom Brady, LeBron James. We're not out partying, drinking Hennessy, or you know what I'm saying. We're not doing that shit in July. We're not doing that shit in June. We can have fun, but I'm drinking water. I'm getting hydrated. I'm lifting. I'm doing my yoga every morning. I'm icing. I'm heating. I'm in the cryo chamber. I'm in the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
See,
LeBron, I'm not saying you should do both. LeBron was just at the Bad Bunny concert. Hey, LeBron,
right, but that's not. But that's not
right now.
What I'm saying, Ron, that's not having fun. Having fun isn't not taking care of your body. Like I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're on your, I'm not trying to talk bad on Allen Iverson, but if you're on that and you're just depending on, I'm a freak athlete, I'm better than y'all, I don't got to do this as often, then you're not going to have the longevity of these dudes, no matter how good you are. But I'm not saying like what happened with Jamal Murray when he was at the fight or something. That's crazy. Oh, you need to be doing this. I can go out, I can hang out. But if I'm drinking myself into oblivion and waking up with headaches, you're not taking care of your body. I don't care what you do after. I don't care how many times you get in the sauna, because that stuff still has to filter through your kidneys. It still has to filter through your liver. You know how long it takes that shit to get out your body? You know how much water you got to drink and how many days you got to wait for that shit to get out of your kidneys? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between taking care of your body from October to May, and there's a difference between taking care of your body from January to January. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
And to your point, Swiper, I mean, MPJ, he's got a reoccurring back issue. Like that's not something that that's not something that's not reoccurring.
That's just genetics, though, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
You got to factor in the genetics play a huge part into this. There's nature and then there's nurture. Right, so when you get a guy like a LeBron James, who is, in my opinion, just one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen in my life in any sport, period. If he also happens to be the guy who also takes his body super seriously, well, now you get what you're getting right now, which is 41 years old this December, and he's still going to be a top 15 player in the league. The player that among the young guys that I see, Paolo and Wemby, these two, oh my goodness. You talk to their trainers and see what the work that they've put in to make themselves so flexible. As bigger athletes, Wemby 7'5", Paolo 6'10"ish. The fact that they're able to move the way they're able to move is 100% because all that stuff that Ron be talking about that he started doing at 30, they've been doing that since they were 13 years old.
Big toe strength.
Yo, right quick.
And I'm willing to.
Right quick, chill. I actually got to shout out Paulo's trainer. This little shirt right here. We play on the same, we play in the same men's league and kind of like on the same team. Work out at the same gym. He got his own gym. But shout out Mike Knight.
That's dope, bro.
Shout out Mike Knight.
Did he send you one of the youth special?
Here we go.
Shout out Mike Knight. He been working out with Paulo since Paulo was like, I think 16, 17. He's the one that got, like, if you guys see Paulo's pregame workout where he works out with the bands in the what's the shit called? The pole. What's the pole? He'll do the pole with the bands. I'll find it. I'll send it into the chat. Yeah. And then like he like it looks weird. It looks clunky. That's how Paulo's able to stay flexible. And Penn is right. Paulo does.
You said the Versa climber?
No, I think it was with a PVC pipe.
I thought you did the Versa climber.
You go check out.
That's junk is hard. I don't know what y'all looking at.
Nah, that shit hard as hell. First of all,
hell yeah, that ain't no joke.
Shout outs to definitely Paulo for all the band work that he be doing. But look at Wemby's barefoot training, the stuff that he did to stabilize his feet. You know,
bruh,
because again,
my shit feel like I be about to rip my feet, boy. That shit hurt.
See, you should have gotten with that French national program.
That
Jordan.
shit hurt.
But you see the work they're doing with the French national kids. Like all these kids,
blazing these international workouts, man.
Swipe that barefoot.
I don't care. Come to America, that red, white, and gold, red, white, and blue goals gym workout. All right, come do that.
Your toes ain't that flexible. That shit hurt, boy. That motherfucker, when they try to tell you get that heel off the ground, I'll be like, hell no, I'm gonna rip my damn foot in half.
Real strength comes from balance and stability.
When you do like with no shoes, I started doing that like freshman year. Like the first time I ever did that in the basketball court, like on the hardwood, it hurt. Like it hurt.
That shit hurt. It still hurt me now.
But I just kept doing it, bro. Like it's really. I don't warm up with shoes on.
How you get through it? It hurt too bad for me to even get through it.
Me too, Jordan.
Bro, that shit hurt too bad, bro. I can't get through it. It feel like a muscle gonna rip in my foot, bro. And I'll be like, nah, hell nah.
I know we got to move on really quickly, Ron. I'm pretty confident. Even James Harden, and the reason why I brought up James Harden, Ox, is because James Harden was notorious for coming into camp out of shape. That wasn't something, and he played his way into shape.
He played himself into shape. He usually did that.
He played himself into shape throughout the course of the season. Like when we talk about a guy like Michael Porter Jr., who's got something that's genetic, I think that's a little bit different. I think James Harden
every day.
That's what I'm saying. And I think James Harden is one of those guys. If you asked him today, if you could do something different than you did back then, I'm confident he would say, I would have probably taken a little bit better care of myself.
But how do you know he ain't though, Chill? To be fair, like
he might not be now. But if I'm coming into camp, if I'm repeatedly coming into camp out of shape, Swiper, you're not taking care of yourself. You're not.
He worked hard.
That's not going on.
He's not taking care of himself the way Case and Wallace and Fred VanVleet are taking care of themselves. Like you
you should never be out of shape.
You ain't never seen James. Don't really got no trainer, bro. I didn't watch James Harden work out a lot. He don't got no trainer. You might have seen him work out with Brinkley maybe once, but he don't have a trainer. He do all his shit on his own. His homeboys rebound for him, and he shoot that same shit every damn day. The same shit every day. No
James
trainer.
One of them guys. He one of them guys though. He's one of the rare exceptions where I'm just I'm naturally more gifted than all of you guys. I'm naturally more talented, and I
work hard.
Got it. And that's true too. He has to work hard, Jordan, to be able to live the life he does and still be able to produce on the court. But then also, Penn, genetics comes into it too. Like James ain't no little dude. James is 6'6".
Yeah, I think he's 6'7". I think he's 6'7", but you know, people gonna, you know, he's big as a motherfucker, bro. I seen his ass in the Galleria. I never seen a boy his shoulders so damn big, boy. I'm like, God damn.
Chris Paul like that too, though.
Yeah, with big ass shoulders.
Just around here, Chris Paul and D Wade.
Kyle Lowry.
James Harden's shoulders broad though, bro.
Like he was young, like, before he got older. Chris Paul was already big.
Fred VanVleet.
Tell him the story, Ox, about when you seen him.
Oh, it was a long time ago. They were young though. It was him, Bron, and I think it was just him and Bron. That was just at the in Vegas at the game when we used to go down there, the big time tournaments, and them dudes was like standing next to each other. Obviously, Bron's a lot taller than Chris Paul, but as far as size goes, Chris Paul's always been a little stocky, a little bigger, you know.
How big is James Harden legit? Like legit.
6'5".
How big is he?
I think he's bigger than 6'5", bro.
That's a big dude, bro.
I don't know how tall he is, but
he got them long arms. He's super solid. He's like
his shoulders big as hell too.
So he 6'5", but he plays like he's 6'8".
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Hey Ron, I know that we're finna move on. I seen Tank Davis and Adrian Broner one day. Adrian Broner little as a motherfucker, but Tank Davis way smaller than Adrian Broner, bro. It's like Tank Davis got to be every bit of 5'3", bro. I'm crazy. Like, bro, I turn around, I couldn't even see his ass. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Bro, he's so tiny, bro. Adrian Broner small. He way taller than Tank though.
Most of them boxers are little, but most of them are small.
That shit crazy though. A man 5'3".
Bro,
5'3".
Not only boxers, a lot of football players are little too.
Facts. Yeah. I know one personally. But shout out all the short kings out there, and shout out everybody that's watching the video. Make sure you like the video. Also, too, shout out my man Mike Knight. The thing I was talking about is called a rebar. I'll send a couple videos into the chat. Y'all when y'all see it, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I saw it.
But we into the crunch time chats. Before I get to the crunch time chats, YouTube has introduced this nice little feature that lets us know who really are our top chatters. And although I know Arch got chat MVP, and I know a couple people got some recognition and all of that good stuff. Some people got nominees. This is who's really been holding it down for us. And I think this is over the last week, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we about to see. Right here and right now. All right, so
what?
YouTube gives us the top 6 fans, if you will. And you see, number 1 has a crown. Number 2 has a crown. Number 3 has a crown. From him. AJ Bob just sent through a super chat, so maybe I don't know if this is purely chats. I don't know if it's time watched. I don't know what all factors into it, but this is our top fans. So I can't necessarily say top chatters, but just top fans.
They say maybe today. I guess
it just got introduced today. But AJ Bob 24 is number 1. Realness 123 is number 2. Frank C is number 3. Shout out number 4, my dog Masinko making the charts, man. Shout out Masinko. Cam KN 9FU, he's number 5, and It's Hack Ira number 6.
His ass is a troll. His ass is a troll, and he needs help.
It's Hack Ira
need help, boy. That motherfucker love talking.
So
about
is this like a new award system? Maybe like the Glazer of the day, like something like that.
This is advanced analytics.
Advanced analytics in the chat. Hey,
that was an XP. I don't know what that means. El basketball.
Hey, whatever it is.
What I mean, and that's not the way. That's not what it would be like. If you like something too much per Gen Z, you a Glazer, so it would be Glazer of the day.
Facts. Yo, my sons were calling each other Glazers the other day. I almost snapped. Like, bro, don't call my son no Glazer, bro. I was kind of tight.
Somebody said it about your kid.
No, my old, because something happened. My sons, they was just kind of going back and forth about something, and my son said something like, "Nah, dad did this or something." He said, "Why you glazing him?" I almost snapped. Like, hey,
father.
Don't ever call my son no Glazer.
Yeah, bro. No, it was so crazy. Ox, I was training the kid at the gym. And he was like, I think he like 10 or 11. He like, yeah, my mom was glazing you on the way over here. I'm like, bro, what?
Hey.
Relax, yo, what?
Hey, little girl playing point guard.
Relax, little dude.
That's what he said. I'm like, bro, what? That's what he said. I had to look twice, like, huh? And he said it so casually, too, like it was nothing. He like, yeah, my mom was glazing you the whole ride over here. I'm like, what?
He might be looking,
brother. Keep that to yourself.
You can't say nothing positive about nothing no more, bro. Glazing everything is not. How do you glaze your own father? Like, hey, Dad, I appreciate you picking me up from school. Stop glazing.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro.
But all right, y'all. We actually are about to do the top 5 comments of the week, and then we'll get into these crunch time chats. I appreciate everybody that not only watches the video, but after the video leaves good comments. I'll just leave it that way. Leaves thoughtful comments that provoke conversations. All right, this is the first comment that we're going to get into from this edition of the comments of the week. It is from Adam West, the drunk. I didn't know you were a drunk, Adam West. But episode 599, Adam West said, number 1, Jokic. Number 2, Jordan Poole. Number 3, Aaron Gordon. Number 4, Giannis. Number 5, SGA. 6, Cade. 7, Tumani. 8, Tatum. 9, Wemby. And 10, Luka. His top 10 players from this past season?
Got you.
Come on. So, I mean, he told you he was drunk.
And
so.
Tumani.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. We got you, brother. Thank you.
Jordan. Wow. I
Jordan Poole, the
I
second best
swear
player in the game.
he did say that if the Wizards has kept Jordan Poole, they would be a top 3 seed in the East. So I this is consistent at least.
Mhm.
Shout out to Kid Adam West. NYK Kareem 2001 episode 600 said 90. This is the MVP draft episode. He said 90 Magic, 08 Bryant, 13 James, 07 Dirk, 71 Kareem.
Mars, can you draft when all these players went? Can you guess when all these players went in the draft?
Can we
like in order?
What do you mean?
Like so,
well, nobody
James
picked.
probably
I don't think anybody picked
the first round pick. So we're like in terms of like level of how good they were. Where do you think he picked them 1 through 5?
Oh, Kareem. Kareem probably went James 1. Kareem. Nah, he likes Magic. He probably went James 1, Magic 2, Kareem 3.
You think Dirk was the last one?
I'm surprised Dirk is even on this team.
Kareem don't be rocking with Kobe like that. But he probably went Kobe 4, Dirk 5. If I had to guess.
It's not bad.
I still can't believe in that draft that Kobe went 3rd round.
To me,
and Jordan was
Kobe?
the 18th pick. Yes. So Kobe was the 14th pick. Jordan was the 18th pick. 88
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think the format kind of threw it off a little bit for me because I had to, catch it. But Kobe was still a great pick. You know what I mean? So I mean, it ain't bad. But like,
you cleaned up with Kobe. I would have thought 08 Kobe would damn near be a first rounder, if not second rounder.
But the way he's talking about up here by these casuals, no Kobe respect.
Well, when Ox decided to go the route he went, that kind of threw that out the window.
So, very true. Very true.
What route did I go that y'all didn't go? I picked
the Bob Cousy thing kind of.
The pre-3-point line route. You went the
I picked MVP just like everybody else.
You went the pre-3-point line route. That's the route you went.
I don't know. You asked me. That Bob Cousy pick was just, that was just Bill Russell slander. But
I ain't hate it.
So
yeah, well, shout out to your Rosa Parks team, Ox.
He went the L basketball route.
Rosa Parks,
be real.
He just nuts.
He went the pre-3-point line route and Poole Pierce. Pre-3-point line and Poole Pierce.
Shout out the Prohibition team.
That's the route he went.
If Jerry West would have won that year, he would have been on the team.
All right, y'all. Tay Luke 777 on episode 597. Got the comment of the week, and he said, if KD wants to come, let him. Don't be desperate, because PC is still greater than everything basketball related.
Word.
Talk that talk, Otis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, we're decent.
I forgot about that.
Also, KD not invited no more.
Rescinded the invite?
Yes, he is. Yes, he 100% is. If he showed up to the cookout, he getting in. And if Ron tried to put him out,
I asked KD
he
about
getting
you.
patted down first, though.
What'd he say?
W Glaze.
Great.
The next comment of the week is from Mo, episode 599. Mo said, and this is his players from last season. He said Harden number 1, Jokic 2, Giannis 3, Shea 4, Tatum 5, Anthony Davis 6, Ant-Man 7, Steph Curry 8, KD 9, and Wemby 10. Are we feeling this?
Well, Mars,
yes.
If you do game 1 and game 6 of James Harden, it's actually not a bad list.
Oh, playoffs? Yeah.
Just exclude every other game he played in game 1 and game 6 alone. That's an argument.
He had a good first half in one of them games, like game 3 maybe.
So throw out over 60% of the series.
No, I'm saying throughout the rest of the season, Joe.
Oh, okay.
You give me game 2 of the playoffs, Jalen Green.
Wait. Game 2 of Kawhi Leonard. Is that the best player of all time?
Game 2 Kawhi. Yeah, he was different.
He was
12 of 15.
Was that game 2 Kawhi Leonard better than Giannis in the finals in 21 in game 6?
Honestly, the real question here is if game 2 Kawhi was better than the Raptors Summer League team this year.
Shout out to the Raptors Summer League team this year. Shout out to Jamal Shed. My goat.
Kawhi Leonard beat them by himself.
I like that kid, AJ Lawson. Is it AJ Lawson? Is that his name? AJ Lawson?
It is.
I like him.
Mavericks Legends. Yeah, Mavericks Legends.
To ass.
I do like him.
Team is insane.
Yeah, well, shout out to Summer League and shout out to the Raptors, I suppose. The next comment of the week is from Almighty C Boogie, episode 601. Almighty C said, Crash Out Fridays is greater than Love Island, and the Kyrie disrespect won't last. Najee will be our starting 3 this year.
What? Who's coming off the bench then?
So whoever you thought was going to start at the 3.
So Cooper Flash coming off the bench, or are you going to 4, or Lively coming off the bench? Then so
Ain't
it's
no
going
way
to be.
Cooper Flash coming off the bench.
Nah,
Dallas got options. It's a good thing to have options.
there's no way in hell.
I mean, who's
going to play
better than to where he can't come off the bench? I don't think he's coming off the bench, but I mean, is he
Nick,
better?
he was 21 to 25.
Is he better than
21.
PJ already? Is he better than Derek already? I'm just asking the question.
I don't know if he better, but he got a more of a skill set that they probably could use. Like what they not use, but they gonna need. So I guess that's why he start. He adds some of the elements that they have to their game. He got it in his game. Plus, he can experiment with a little bit more. But as far as uniform, them guys have been doing it for a while. You know, they know where to be. They know how to get there. You know, so it's gonna be an experiment. But he's gonna start though.
I don't know if y'all know this. It's a pretty open secret, but I just want to let you know the Dallas Mavericks have a bit of a PR problem. So yeah, he's gonna start. Yeah, they do.
What's their issue?
Well, they traded Luka Doncic, and half their fan base swore off the team and was protesting outside the arena.
That's not a PR. That's not a PR problem. That's a general manager problem. That's not PR.
I mean, they look like they want to trade.
Unfortunately, Joe, they exacerbated the problem by creating a PR problem out of it. Basically, getting up there saying, you know, all the stuff they said about Luka, and I think they made it a bigger issue than it had to be. And then, of course, Anthony Davis gets hurt in the first game, and just it is a PR nightmare. So at this point, I think Flag starting, if Flag plays well, especially if Flag plays well, and I have no doubt that he will, it kind of softens the blow of what happened last year.
I think it's all right. I think they moving in the right direction. I think they're all right.
Fellas, I'm gonna run through some of these super chats. We still are in crunch time chat mode, so let me go ahead and get into some of these. The first one is from Cam KN9FU, and Cam sent through a super chat. Realist123 sent through a super chat, and so did It's Hack Ira. They're all $10 super chats. Maybe that's why they're in the top 6. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna let you guys know what that chart exists for, why it exists, and what you got to do to get on that chart. But Cam sent through a super chat. He said, my lineup for the Spurs: point guard Fox, shooting guard Harper, small forward Barnes, power forward Sohan, center Wemby. Bench unit, Castle runs the second unit until late in the games. He's a 2 guard. Vassell comes off the bench. Bryant comes off the bench. Kelly Olynyk, Luke Cornett, Keldon Johnson. What do you guys think about this lineup? Mars, I'm going to ask you, how you feel about this?
It's all right. I don't know.
Is this what you would do?
Maybe.
I would swap Vassell for Sohan.
Did he even say Vassell?
No, he has Vassell coming off the bench. This is
Vassell should be starting over Harper.
Harper is and
I'd start
Castle should be starting over Harper.
I would just move Barnes to the 4, just play small with Wemby at the huge 5.
Yeah, I'd start Devin Vassell. So I disagree, I guess. Yeah, I'd start Devin Vassell.
Realist123 said connection failed. I had high hopes for this guy last year. Send him to Charlotte for nothing. Also, shout out Bronny. For a 55th pick, there's talent there for sure. Skinny Luka winning MVP this year.
Bronny
nearly sent him to Charlotte for Mark Williams. It just didn't work out.
Bronny hooped last night.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like he's an NBA player.
Jordan, you're going to come around eventually. It might not be happening as fast as you are going to come around eventually.
It's almost like he knows that it's not going to be playing for his team anymore.
Game. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that means he scored like a third of their points.
Yeah, 17. Yeah, I want him to empty the goddamn clip every game, bro.
Jordan, he was doing that last night though.
No, I don't want 10 shots.
We was on playback talking about. He was being aggressive. He was shooting.
I know, but I don't want
downhill. He was creating for other people.
Ron, I don't want 10 shots, bro. I don't want 10 shots and then try to settle for, I'm 6 for 10, over 60%. I don't really give a shit if Bronny go 3 for 15 or 3 for 18. If he do, good for him. We need to get that bullshit out of his system. Like, Get it out. Like, just go empty the clip every game. Like, y'all.
So this is about buckets with you. So forget the fact that he's not that kind of player. Like, he's never going to be
if he's not that type of player, he's not an NBA player at his size.
That's not true. That's
yes,
not
it
true.
is. What NBA player is going to sit in the corner off the ball at his size?
Vincent.
And what is Gabe Vincent damn near?
Went to the finals. Contributing
player. You talking about went to the finals? What? Gabe Vincent is a hair away from doing what, Swiper?
I don't know, but the Lakers aren't good, so he looks worse.
No, is he a hair away from doing what?
Being a manager at Target.
No,
not the manager at Target, but playing over there at Olympiacos.
So Jordan,
making $11 million a year.
He's playing over there somewhere.
So Jordan, is your claim to fame that this kid James, you think that unless he is a bucket getter,
not
no
necessarily
other
have
way,
to be. It doesn't necessarily
because that's
have
your
to
point.
Be,
what you're telling me is him emptying
I'm
the clip.
talking about in
He's
summer
got an
league.
empty
No, I'm
clip.
talking about just in summer league. I'm talking about just in summer league. I'm not talking about in the NBA. He need to try to be Allen Iverson. No, I'm talking about just in summer league. We don't want to see Bronny sit in the fucking corner in summer league, bro. I don't want to see him sit in the corner, wait for somebody to do something for him. Like, nah, bro, use this time to work on your game. Go by people.
Yeah.
Be aggressive all game long. Empty the clip.
Jordan, did you watch the game last night?
I'm telling you, he was. I watched a little bit.
I'm telling you, he was doing that last night.
No,
this is the most aggressive that I've ever seen.
Wrong. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm glad he went 6 for 10. I'm saying I'm tired of like seeing 10. I want to see an empty the clip game where all game long. This is my show.
I want to see 12 for like 24, something like that.
My show, like,
he's
and
not the
stop
best player on
hiding
his
Bronny from
team.
that. Like, if he have a bad game, it's not to me. That's not a bad game. Like, to me, it's like, all right, you being aggressive. I want to see Bronny in that moment. Like, I'm tired of him just doing just enough.
Jordan,
for it
what
to
other
be
55th pick are you
like,
doing
he's
this for?
comfortable. Huh?
Nobody.
What other 55th pick are you
What
doing
other 55th pick they guarantee money for? Why do y'all keep saying that like they didn't guarantee him a 4-year deal? Like, why do y'all want to make that?
They guarantee money for Aaron Wiggins in Oklahoma City.
When?
He was a 55th pick.
When did they guarantee him money?
Okay, they just guaranteed him money last year when
after he did what,
Chill?
Hold
on.
He
wasn't emptying the clip. Let's chill out on that.
After he proved himself.
And ain't that what James doing?
Quentin Post was
How he proving himself in the summer league?
Year. No, what pick was Quentin Post?
I mean, he already got the money.
Tamani Kamara was guaranteed. He was the 52nd pick. Jordan, let's not do this. Also, Iguodala was a late pick.
Is 6'7" and he's a world-class defender.
Okay.
Bronny not that. He's 6'2".
You know why he
hold on. As much as I agree with some of the nepotism stuff with Bronny James, let's not pretend like he was not a 5-star recruit. Was he?
Let's not pretend he shouldn't have been a 5-star recruit.
Hold on, and let's also not pretend that he didn't have a heart issue that kept him out a year. So maybe
that should have been a detriment. Let's not. As sad as it is, it should have been a detriment. I know players who had heart issues.
Only except it wasn't. Only except it wasn't though. Only except it wasn't because this is where we are.
Why is it a plus though? Why is it a plus?
Well, the reason why it's a plus is because he came back from it, Jordan.
It delays.
Why is that a plus though?
It delays development.
Like, I'm
glad it delays development.
But we don't add that to a contract.
He's a great athlete.
You came back from a heart injury, give you a +10.
He's a great athlete.
Oh, he got a heart injury kicker? He got a heart injury kicker? That's what we doing now?
Yes, we did that with Jeff Green. What are you talking about?
Can we just say
they give him a kicker?
Jeff Green was a veteran in the league, y'all. I feel like we're combining a lot of things. I think one thing can be true, which is why I don't speak on Bronny, mind you, but I'll speak on it for the sake of truth, of the truth laying.
Right.
He did get the fully guaranteed contract because he is LeBron's child. He's also good enough to eventually become a rotation player for the Lakers one day. I disagree with Jordan. I don't think he should be emptying the clip. I'm just saying this, Jordan. I'm willing to bet the coaching staff and his father, because why would he not listen to the best player ever, are telling him, hey, this is the role you're probably going to have if you let your Jordan or Bill Russell, this is probably the way you get in the league by being a process player, a connected passer, I'm not done. And I think he is trying to fill in the slot of being a role player to play within this Lakers team. He's using this as an opportunity to experiment on that. I think Cole Swider and others can shoot more shots than him for obvious reasons.
Cole Swider and DJ Stewart empty the clip.
Because they're better players. They're better scorers than he is.
Y'all realize he made more money in college?
Why isn't Bronny James doing the same shit Reed Shepard doing? Reed Shepard
is not as good as
one of them is way better than the other. What are you talking about?
Reed Shepard is way. It doesn't matter. I'm just talking about the attempts. I'm talking about the aggressiveness. I'm not talking about
that's not his role, Jordan. That's not his role.
That ain't Reed Shepard role. He just
it is.
Yes, it is.
The
Don't
next
y'all out
overall
there, man. You
pick.
think
Yes,
Willis
it is.
gonna go out there and shoot
Jordan,
18
yes,
shots for
it
the
is.
Houston Rockets?
Okay, first of all, Jordan, he's a son of a billionaire. Okay, he made more money in collegiate basketball than he's making with the Lakers this year. Okay,
What
let's
does that
just be
have to
real.
do with anything?
It has a lot to do with everything because we're talking about unearned opportunity. We're talking about, how you got to empty the clip, how you got to be this other player. He's never been that player. We watched him in high school. He wasn't tween 28 points per game in high school.
So exactly. So my point is, he's not an NBA player. Then, if he's going to do this,
hold on,
But that doesn't
Davion
make
Mitchell
sense,
is
Jordan. I'm
not
not gonna
that
lie to you.
dude.
That doesn't make
Davion
sense.
Mitchell is not that dude. There's a lot of players that carved their role.
Stop.
Man.
I can't let you just sneak that shit over. Like we gonna do that. Davion Mitchell on the ball and Bronny James on the ball is two different things.
They're also very different ages. Davion Mitchell came into the league when he was damn near 24.
Davion Mitchell came into the league handling the basketball.
Okay, I understand.
And to be
that.
fair, Davion Mitchell was a depoy, so I mean they're just different levels of player.
Okay. Yes. What I'm saying is Bronny has potential. He is 6'2.5". He played probably the best game I've seen him play as a professional last night. Could we save this for another day? That's all I'm saying.
What do y'all hold on? Why do
There's
y'all
gonna be plenty of 2 for 12 performances.
Hold on, but why do y'all trying to take what I'm saying about Bronny as I'm trying to like shit on Bronny?
I don't think any of us
no, hold on. Y'all get
triggered.
Y'all get triggered when I say Bronny because it's somebody's son. Like everybody not somebody's son. Y'all get triggered with that shit like he a little boy. Bro, this is a grown man I'm talking about. All I said was this. I said I want to see Bronny be way more aggressive. Like I want him to be aggressive. Like I feel like the role he's trying to play in the summer league, I don't want to see that from him in the summer league. Like that's what he's gonna do that's what he's gonna do with the Lakers. Don't nobody else do that.
Even though
but don't nobody else do that though. Don't nobody else do that.
And if he can't empty it, and if he can, I know we got to move on, Ron. But if he can't do what you think he's gonna do, or what you think he should be able to do in the summer league, he's not an NBA player. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying if y'all really think that he can sit in the corner all day and wait, and then when they pass it to him, he shoot one shot, 2 shots, maybe in a game. I'm saying he's not going to be an NBA player for long. Because what is his upside? Then you know what's going to happen when he don't make him? Oh, put Bronny on the ball. Let's see his playmaking. Well, when did he get to work on that? In the summer league? No, because he's sitting in the fucking corner watching DJ Stewart do what he's supposed to do. That's what I'm saying.
When you said it yesterday, I agree with you. You said so. We watched the game on playback that came on actually before the Lakers played, and I agree with you. The thing about it though is Jordan. I don't know if he was watching the playback. I don't know if somebody else told him exactly what you told him, but he did it last night. So
I wasn't mad at it. That's what I said. I wasn't mad. I just want to see him do it. I want to see him. Let's go. Like let's do that shit more than 6 for 10. I want to be shit. I want to be 8 for 15. I want to be 10 shots. I want to get up. My ceiling for Bronny, he need 15 shots a game in his summer league.
Plot twist, Gordon is a Bronny fan. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not mad about Bronny doing nothing. I don't know why people think I'm hating on Bronny just because I'm criticizing his game. I want to see Bronny get a real chance. The way that it's going, it's a manufactured chance, and that shit ain't gonna be real. That means by the time Bron gone, it's over with. That's all I'm saying. I want him to have a real chance. That's it. Because
I was already told that was gonna be the case anyways.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree with you, but I still want Bron to have a real chance. Though.
Hey, and by the way, first off, I'm sorry to change the subject. We need to change it. First off, this is what I really don't like. Jordan, you've been wearing all this BS in your profile picture, your workout video. Look at that nonsense you're wearing now. Take him off the screen. Take him off the screen. Wow. He ain't got no motion at my school. My school. Went there with the masters. Worked the athletic department. No, shut up. You shut up. I'm not talking to you. So shut your mouth.
Hold on. I got
this dude, he's always trying to take my shine. That's my school. I went there. Stop wearing my stuff. I don't care. He gonna get some tennis shoes from Baylor. They got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. That's my school. You ain't got no paperwork from there. I don't care about them shoes.
I ain't got no motion.
I don't care about them grips.
Do you got these?
Don't mean nothing to me. Those are old. You ain't got no papers.
You ain't got no papers.
No papers.
Do you got them?
You ain't got no papers. I
got
plenty. Guess what, Ron?
Swiper, do you got those, Swiper?
I got plenty of shoes from Baylor.
He don't got them.
Guess what? Your name ain't on no Baylor paper. Get your greasy hands off my school. greasy hands. Get
Have
off
you
my
been to
school.
the new stadium, Swiper?
Which stadium, McLean? I was there when it was built. What you talking about?
Oh,
What you talking about?
I was
What
just,
you
have
build
you been
it?
to the new locker
What
room?
you talking about?
Have you been to the
smelled
new locker room?
Hey, Penn, I smelled the first whiff of the field.
Have you been to the
It's
new
very
locker
strong.
room
damn.
with all the new equipment in there? The world class
walking?
weight room?
My boy goes to Baylor. He don't know either one of y'all.
Hey, why?
Who's your boy? I don't care about your boy.
You don't
I
got
don't
to
care about your boy. Tell him to go to the research department, look at the plaque with the name on it. Mine. Go look that up. Now we can move on. Tired of this. Man, still
All right, y'all. Tupac Westside sent through a super chat and said, "Good morning, fellas. Good afternoon for some. Good evening for others." Tupac said, "Like you guys, I think San Antonio has a lot of upside next season. Also, Mars, I'll send through a $30 super chat if you can name 5 Nick Cannon songs without looking it up. Come on, Mars.
can't
$30.
name one.
Tell my mama.
Cannon?
Tell my mama. I'm gonna tell your daddy.
Who's Nick Cannon?
Oh,
Nick
damn.
Cannon.
Mariah's
done.
ex.
We are
wilding out, dude.
Hey,
Oh, drumline.
Nick Cannon is
Yeah,
more
Mars, a guy
famous
who's
for
populating
One
the
band.
earth.
One
Jordan. Nick
sound.
Cannon is more famous for having a harem than he is having music. So I mean, this is nothing to talk about what he did with the song. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out Nick
Shit,
Cannon and
Cannon
shout out
doing his
Nickelodeon.
thing, boy.
That
I don't
movie
know.
was absolutely bullshit.
What?
One band, one sound.
The one that he was
Drumline?
in.
Drumline.
Nah,
It's a
not
great movie.
Drumline.
I say
Not
Drumline, hello.
What? Love Don't Cost a Thing?
Love the
Yeah, that one.
That was a great movie.
That's a legit movie.
Hey, Christina Milan. Please.
She was the good part.
We ain't
Christina
seen Jordan.
First of all,
We
put some
ain't
respect on
seen
Christina.
Zoe
No,
Saldana
it's
or
not
Christina Milan
Milian.
with the black
It is
love interest
Christina
since the
Milian.
movie.
It's
That's
not
not her
Christina
name.
Milian.
I go
black
back to
love
them
interest
just.
is crazy.
I go back to them just to remember.
And everybody
The
else.
black love interest is crazy. that Swiper got a stat for everything, boy. I'm telling you, boy. Swiper know to put the.
I know it
Swiper
all,
got
bro.
an addendum for
Hey,
everything,
hey,
boy.
You know why? You know why, Ron?
Swiper got an addendum for everything, boy.
Hey, shout out to Paris Morton, Mars. One of the most beautiful human beings you will ever see. Shout out
Who?
to Paris Morton.
No,
Paris-
what
I
about
don't know who the hell that is.
Morton.
underclassmen? What about underclassmen?
Paris Morton.
Ooh.
Clears.
Mars, you don't know
Oh,
who the
yeah,
hell
no,
that is either.
I got Paris, but damn.
No.
All
I
right,
can
well,
name
it's
probably 2 songs from Nick Cannon, maybe 3. That's about it. Off the top
Chill.
of my
If you
head.
could name 5, I would lose like 10% respect for you.
What's his
So I'm
best song?
kinda
I
glad
don't even
that you
remember it.
can- I don't remember.
I really don't like this dude. That's the best. Like, hold
I
on.
don't even know that song.
The pajama joint that and he wrote a diss song for Eminem. He did that too. So
Jeez,
I was like, yeah,
that backfired
He
immediately.
should just
Yeah.
let Mariah handle that. She could.
yeah.
You seen Warning Shot by Eminem? That shit
No.
plays in my head.
Facts elevated. If you ain't seen underclassmen, you're missing out.
It's
I
Hack
don't even know what that
Ira.
movie was about. boy.
It's like Ira said, soft flag in person against the San Antonio Spurs a few days ago. I was stunned by his frame to be 18. Dude is massive. Thinking of him on the court defensively with AD, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, PJ, Christie, etc. is mind-bending.
What is he? 6'9" legit? Like
He's
what?
six-
So
6'8".
so he measures
6'8",
6'8".
Yep.
So 6'8". What kind of wingspan we looking at? With
7
this guy?
foot, 7 foot, 7
So
foot one.
a 7 foot wingspan. So he's 6'9" with shoes on.
No.
He does
He
look like
measured. He measured 6'7" barefoot, 6'8" with
So-
shoes.
Okay, so 6'8" with shoes on. So
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like he's a small dude. Like we've seen guys with smaller frames that are that tall. He doesn't look like a small dude. So I don't think he's gonna get pushed around. But in the end, he's still 18 years old. So there's
I
some
mean, to be
things
fair,
that
Bronny pushed him around a little bit.
He's the youngest player in the NBA. Let
Yes,
that
he is.
like
Mhm.
momentarily just simmer in your mind. The second youngest is Noah Senge.
I was just about to
So-
say Singay. I was about to say Singay young too, bro. I was watching the game last night,
They're
Penn.
3 days apart.
Yeah, I was watching the game last night in the Euro Cup. My homeboys playing against the Singay. I don't know how he got drafted that high, but for him to be 17 and can move like that, solid. But I still don't know how he got drafted that high. But that shit was impressive watching him play.
Are we
Senge?
talking about the same as Senge?
Yeah, I saw him playing the Euro Cup a few times.
This is Senge?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
Lord.
crazy ass picture, bro. Like that shit is
Bro.
wow.
You could get dunked on. You just can't make that face. You cannot
that
make that
face
face.
could be a thumbnail for a different website, but I ain't
Yo,
gonna say which
Jordan,
website.
come on.
Oh
dog.
Lord.
Oh man, well
that shit is crazy.
Damage control. Jordan talked about a football website, the soccer website. That looks like a soccer player for sure.
The Aussie kid, though, he was like, I had seen some stuff from him last year and in the G League and stuff, but I just kept forgetting about him. So when he got that dunk,
Johnny Furphy, man,
37th
overall pick.
He's super athletic, man.
Hey, but I will say though, Penn, to your point, Asenge, he's 6'11", bro. So like he can move, he young. It's just I didn't think he was gonna get drafted high. He got to grow into his game like that, and that's the painful part of the NBA because you can get written off. He got to grow into his game. He got so much room to grow. Like I don't know why they took him so high, but
I don't think that's too high. Consensus, he was a top 12 guy, so he was always going to go lottery, man.
Game though, he a good defensive player, but
he got some offensive game. He could shoot it a little bit. He had a stretch with Ratio Farm where he shot close to 40% from three. His free throw shooting got a lot.
How many threes did he shoot though?
Like 3, 4. I don't know. But I mean, like that's better than some guys, dude. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's 18 years old, legit. He's got a crazy motor. He never stops running. He's going to be tremendously difficult to stop in transition. And if he could put together like 2 ball handling, like if he gets some ball handling drills, if he could dribble the ball a little bit, I think he could be a little bit special. He reminds me a little bit of Pascal Siakam, to be honest.
Oh, sorry for trolling. You remember when Wemby was in the EuroLeague, right? He wasn't getting no burn, no tick, and stuff like that. Like, because his body wasn't ready. He was still all right, but his body just wasn't ready. And then, he went to, France and started cooking a little bit, got a little bit stronger. Like Asenge, he played on a team where he had good pros on his team. So they ain't let him cook like how you're supposed to cook. I just think he got room to grow though. He definitely got potential. I'm not mad at him being an NBA player. It's just I don't want him to try to grow in the NBA, bro. Like, cause that shit don't work out a lot of times. Like players try to grow in the NBA, that shit just don't work out a lot.
Where are they supposed to grow then, Jordan? I don't understand what that means.
I mean,
if I'm not going to grow in the NBA, if I'm 19, Giannis grew in
17. No, but he's 17. But you're not really familiar with his game. If you watch him play, he's 17. The most impressive part about his game is that he's 17. It ain't like you see like, oh shit, he got a really good jump shot, or like he got really good body control. He don't have very much body control. Like he still got to find his balance. He's not clumsy.
He's very fluid for someone who's 6'10".
He's fluid. Yes, he's fluid. But
that's the best part of his game. His motor and his fluidity and his speed.
He just got to get stronger. Like that's
how it is, right?
Yo, Jordan, you can't name me you cannot name me 5, 6, 10 players in the league that can better navigate screens than that dude right now.
I would agree with you on that. Yeah, he's good on that. But
that's special shit right there.
But how long can he do that shit before he run into one of them Steven Adams screens and separate his goddamn shoulder?
Well, Chet Holmgren going through it right now. We'll see.
Chet Holmgren is far more advanced and more talented than Sergey.
I agree, but physically they're very similar. They got narrow shoulders. They're very slight of frame. He's never going to be big. Like I guarantee you, people comparing him to Giannis don't understand how bodies develop. Right? Giannis had broad shoulders even at a young age, and he broadened them out even more and more and more. So yeah, I mean he's gonna be skinny forever, but I mean he's like a 6'10" wing.
He's 6'11". Yo, 6'10". He taller than my homeboy. He's 6'11".
For what it's worth, though, last night he had a pretty good game.
18
scored
points.
21 points, and this is just I didn't see it. This is just me box score watching.
Yeah,
he had 21 points, went 7 of 14 from the field, and Jordan, he shot 3 of 8 from 3.
Boom.
Yeah,
and I think I'm more impressed that he took 8. To be honest.
Hey, I wanted to be that impressed like Bronny with Bronny though. That's what I was saying about Bronny.
He shot the most threes. Man. He shot the most threes in the game.
No, I like it. I'm saying he got game. It's just when you put him in that league with them grown ass men, bro, it's kind of hard, bro. I just seen that before where a guy try to develop a little bit in the league, especially coming from Europe, and it don't pan out because they just won't be patient enough. You know what I mean?
He's gonna get some time with the Windy City Bulls. He'll get some time in the G League for sure. Early, they should put him down in the G League. And he's got some good guards on that team. Josh Giddey and Kobe White. They're gonna find him. And you hear what they're calling Matas Buzelis and him?
What they calling him?
The Thin Towers.
Him and Matas Buzelis is the Thin Towers.
The Thin Towers, man. 6'10".
Matas gonna be all right though.
Matas
he had 28 last night. So
he played shitty his first game, but He played shitty his first game, but I was cool with the shots that he was taking. He was shooting the shit out the ball. I didn't give a damn if they wasn't going in or not. It was like I know that's gonna go in. So that's kind of stuff like.
I give y'all 2 years. He's gonna be the Bulls' leading scorer. Next year is probably gonna be Giddey or Kobe, but 2 years, that's Montas the number one option. So y'all just brace yourself.
I can see that.
Jay Got Game sent through a super chat and said, "Crazy from the logo. Don't get this kind of plug or love. From the logo is drowning.
From the logo is good.
I mean, I want y'all to start. I want y'all to start noticing something that when the panel MVP starts, moving through the circuit, you know what I mean, the ratings go up. So that's what trying to bring up the press box and all that. But look, I told him we need to do more advertising.
Panel MVP.
Ron. I know that we need to start doing plugs for stuff too, because I feel like people need to know, when we doing stuff and all that. But I've enjoyed from the logo when I watched it. Shout out
ZZ and
Ask Mars,
they do a good job.
Ask Mars, do you enjoy it?
Everyone who seems to enjoy from the logo is never seemingly a regular of watching from the logo. That's just coincidental.
I've been watching.
I enjoy it from the logo when I watch it. There's a reason you don't watch it every time.
That's a stray.
Mars,
you know why we don't watch it regularly? Because it ain't being plugged properly. So definitely go check out from the logo.
L host. Wow.
Shout out FTL. DSG Piccolo sent through a super chat. He said, "Shout out to Matas and Noah Asingay. He got boomed on and made that face, but they both balled out.
It will be over as soon as he's better. As soon as he's better than the dude that dunks on him, everybody will forget about it.
He's always better than the dude that dunks on him.
First, regular season.
Furfy.
Mark Hill sent through a super chat and said, "MJ, Bron, Steph, Duncan, Kobe, Hakeem, KD, Giannis, Shaq, and Kawhi, the 10 best to ever touch an NBA floor."
I'm okay with the Giannis one if that's what but that Kawhi thing. Oh my goodness.
No Magic, no Kareem, invalid.
If we also got which I do have a question for the panel.
No Bill.
If we got 10 years of health from Kawhi Leonard, how different are we talking about him?
Way different.
We got a decade straight.
3 championships minimum.
From Kawhi Leonard.
If we start that health in 2013 to 2023.
So he showed up. So Swiper, he showed up in 2011, right? He showed up in the draft in 2011. Yeah. Okay, so when is Kawhi Leonard turning into Leonard? When is he turning into
2016?
Well, 2014, 15, he made the turn.
I got a bunch of people telling me different. Like, can we get a consensus?
So 14, 15 was his first year where the scoring stuff started to take over. And then 15, 16, when he became like that efficient 20 plus points per game scorer. Mars, please correct me if I'm wrong. And then 16, 17 happened. That's when you got Apex, DPOY, offensive Kawhi. And then that's when it all took off. And then 17, 18 when he got hurt.
So to your point, Swiper, I got 14, 15 Leonard. That's when it starts. That guy I get from 14, 15 to 24, 25 this season. I have minimal injuries. Nothing that's career threatening. Nothing that's season ending. No season ending injuries. I get 10 years of Leonard. How much different?
Injuries off in the league at the same time too. Chill.
One more time.
Injuries off in the league as well.
So again, there's nothing that's season ending. There's nothing that's career ending. It's just minimal stuff. It's stuff that I can play through.
19,
got a decade of this.
19,
14, they could have to 24, 25.
19, they lose. Then if we're doing the injury thing, they lose.
No, Kawhi is the only person who benefits from this.
That's Kawhi was Leonard hurt is the only guy.
By the way,
well, guess what? They were not beating KD and Steph Curry and Clay.
Yeah, but everyone else gets
shoulda.
Everybody's hurt. We're doing a woulda, shoulda, coulda right now with Kawhi. Relax.
Yeah, but we're just doing it with Kawhi.
I'm saying, so if Kawhi's healthy, they win in 19. I think they still get smacked in 20 because they lost. He was healthy in that series. 21, they could have won the title that year versus the Bucks. 22, remember that was the COVID. Was that the COVID playing game from Paul George? Where he missed
was that year, yeah.
So there's still COVID going around, right? So like if Paul George is like kind of in and out, but they probably aren't in the play-in at that point.
What about the South playoffs, yo? They win that series.
I don't think they beat. I don't know if they win the series 16, 17.
He was going crazy, man.
Mars, why's your face like that? I'm not saying that they win
this
series.
17. The KD Warriors stuff If that team was so unfair, why do I keep hearing every year they were meant to lose? Oh, they ruined the NBA. Oh, but if Kawhi don't get hurt, they would have won. Oh, they ruined the NBA, but if Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, they would have won. Oh, they ruined the NBA, but they lost to Toronto.
I don't know where.
Okay,
I don't
so
know where
every
we heard
year
that Chris Paul
this
thing.
team was so unfair, but somehow every team was going to beat them.
I'm not saying
I've had someone tell me the Pelicans were going to beat them.
Hold on. I'm not saying every team was going to beat them.
I did hear that.
Spurs was going to beat. We're going to beat them
if
Kawhi doesn't get hurt. Yo, you want to do this? You want to give KD some grace in 2019? I'm going to give Kawhi the same grace. They could not stop him. They didn't have a great matchup for him, and he was going.
They would have lost in 4.5 games.
Okay,
I'm not saying that.
Halftime down 50.
I don't think we're giving KD grace for tearing its Achilles in 19. I think everyone understands that if that team. Again, I want to remind the audience, and then we can finish this question, Chill. Because I think the audience is forgetting. Boogie Cousins came back that year from the injury.
He did.
And that year, the first game back, he was phenomenal. Yeah, and absolutely banged on somebody. He was making $5 million a year that year. Their starting lineup, Chill, was Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Boogie freaking Cousins. They were going to annihilate the NBA. Boogie got hurt that year. KD got hurt that year. Klay got hurt that year. That's why they lost. That's the only reason why they lost. So, yes, if it affects Kawhi, I think Kawhi wins in 19. I don't think they win in 17. I think they win in 21, arguably, versus the Bucks. But then from there, I mean, they're not.
What team? I'm curious, actually. What team did Denver beat en route to the playoffs, or en route to their championship that was better than the 2019 Milwaukee Bucks? What team did Denver beat that was better than the 2019 Sixers? That's my point. Okay?
Well, I don't know what that means though. Like, what's that?
What that means is that Kawhi Leonard got hurt in that, and very hurt. By the way, I was covering that team at the time.
So Minnesota,
they weren't better than those teams. Minnesota, Phoenix, or the Lakers, they weren't better than any of the teams.
But what does that got to do with the question? I'm confused.
The question is, first of all, the narrative has always been that the Raptors were healthy and
OG wasn't there, but that has nothing to do with Kevin Durant.
Well, first of all, OG came back and they didn't play him, so that's Nick Nurse for not playing OG. Because
why is that equatable to Kevin Durant and Boogie and them not being there?
Okay, first of all, you really
do you think you lost that series?
I honestly don't know. I'm respectful of Kevin Durant. I understand what a great player Kevin Durant is, but I'm very, very much mindful of the fact that Kawhi was a shell of himself in the finals, and he would be the first person to tell you that. He got hurt in that Milwaukee series, and he just I'm very surprised he played in that Golden State series. So, we did not get Kawhi Leonard, Milwaukee Kawhi Leonard, or Sixers Kawhi Leonard. He burned himself out carrying that team to the finals. And then he basically asked his team to push him over the edge. So the fact that Klay got hurt, yeah, I'm sure it helped. Okay. I'm sure it helped. Yes, of course it helped. Of course it helped the Raptors. Fact that
KD not being there and then Klay tearing his ACL on the way to the route. Yeah, that
agreed. And you know what? What I'm saying is, you bringing up there's a lot of people.
This conversation doesn't make any sense to me though. Like it's no relevance at all.
It has a lot of relevance, Swiper, because you and I hopefully both know that the finals sometimes isn't even in the finals. Sometimes we have the Lakers versus the Kings, and those are the two best teams.
Best teams he's talking about, Mars.
But what's that got to do with 2019?
What that has to do with 2019 is you ran a poll, Mr. Mars, on Twitter asking about the weakest team from the 2010s to win a championship.
I've also just run a poll about the Warriors and Raptors. So
cool. Well, I mean, the narrative is going to be the narrative because
the common sense
is
that
the narrative.
Better team would win.
It is the narrative.
Common
prime
sense.
Steph Curry, KD with prime Draymond.
You're just naming names, yo. Yes, you are naming names.
I would be willing to argue. I would be willing to argue, Chill. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. You want to bring up some 1960 Celtics team, or maybe the 83 76ers, or the 86 Celtics, or the Lakers in 2001,
it was an amazing
or whatever.
Team.
That team is probably the best collection of elite top-end talent we have ever had in the sport.
Yes.
And the only reason they didn't go 16-0 or 16-1 on the way to a title is because they were hurt. That's it. They were going to walk. Literally, when the season, I want to remind everybody, when the season started, when they got Boogie Cousins, Mars, am I lying? Was it not a complete write-off that everybody knew this was going to be the third title for this Warriors team? Nobody was going to be able to beat them because LeBron had just gotten to the Western Conference at that point, and they said, this is the conference finals. We got LeBron and this Lakers team versus the Golden State Warriors in the conference final, but they're about to get dog walked. And then
so mad when
Boogie came back and looked great.
And then he tore his quad and he tore his quad in
woulda, shoulda. The OKC Thunder were supposed to sweep the Pacers. That did not happen.
Supposed to sweep any.
Yes, they were.
You're
a lot of people picked them to sweep.
To this Warrior. So, Penn, sometimes when you want to make an argument, and we were having this, it was bound to get here 2 hours and 40 minutes of the show.
Great.
You will start pivoting to all these different things that are irrelevant to a 2019 Warriors team. Chill. Am I lying about that Warriors team and what they were expected to do from a talent standpoint? And what
they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
They got
well, what I'm saying is KD and Kawhi, last I checked, when Kawhi was going through the entire East, running through, he outplayed Giannis, he outplayed Embiid, he outplayed all those dudes. So what I'm saying is there were people who were legitimately saying this is the best playoff run we have seen since '96 Jordan.
It was an all-time great.
It's funny because while that playoff run was happening before KD went down, KD was the one who was deemed as playing the best in the playoffs thus far. So
before he
we can have revisionist history.
Before
prior to KD going down with the calf strain against Houston, Kevin Durant was the one who people said was playing the best in the playoffs.
Well,
that's what was being said. That's exactly what was happening.
Penn, this is a fact. Before Kevin Durant went down with that injury, they were steamrolling everybody. They weren't going to lose a game in 2019. And there's nobody up here, including you, who thinks that if Kevin Durant would have stayed healthy, that Raptor team would have beaten them. No, they wouldn't have. They would not have.
I'm saying
Kevin Durant
Kawhi was healthy,
even if Leonard is healthy,
Kevin Durant had those 2 games against the Clippers, and it was like, oh my God, Kevin Durant's not scoring. Then he said, "You know who I am," blah 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 blah. And then prior to the game in which he pulled his calf, he was averaging damn near 40. He was by far the best player in the playoffs. He was by far the best player in the playoffs.
I don't know the relevance of this, but just curious. You know what I'm saying? We let's get it all out. Just curious, right? Who had a tougher route in those playoffs?
The Raptors.
Just based on opponents.
The Raptors.
Much tougher route. There were 4 teams that were considered contenders going into that season. The Sixers, the Bucks, the Raptors, and the prohibitive favorites were the Warriors. The Raptors had to go through the other 2 teams. And I want to be clear, the Raptors were not the second or the third. They were the 4th for betting odds, as I remember it. They might have been 3rd, but I think they were 4th. So they had to go through 2 teams that were supposedly better than them and healthy. Okay, and they did it without OG Anunoby.
Right,
and I think that's huge.
They weren't healthy. The Raptors weren't healthy.
I just brought this up.
They were without their starting small forward.
I brought up Leonard because I don't think that I'm not sure that they would have beat them in 17. That Warriors team was a juggernaut, and I'm not going to argue that. And if anybody that argues that, they just lying. But I just feel like had Leonard not gotten hurt, that series would have been a lot more. They don't run by them in 4 games if Leonard is healthy. Sure. They don't. They don't run by them in 5 games. Yeah, no, they don't. This is the same. This is the same. And I'm. Oh my goodness! I know that we talk about.
You going to tell me about opening night? Is that what you're going to tell me?
That when they got blown out by 30. In their building, and then
they lost to the Cavs on Christmas too,
and they're in the chokehold.
When Jonathan Simmons glass Steph shit on opening night,
and they're in the chokehold,
clean out the glass.
100%. They're in the chokehold in the playoffs, and I think that resonates over to other games if Leonard doesn't get hurt, because I think that they beat them that night.
And I just want to be clear about something, just very clear. Swiper said that they would have gone 16-0 if they were healthy, or 16-1. They beat the Clippers 4-2. They beat the Houston Rockets 4-2. Where are you getting 16-0? This is not the 2000 Lakers
going into the playoffs.
Boogie Cousins is that the difference between losing 2 games and not losing 2 games?
Good.
No, Boogie was
all right.
We're
doing it with 16-0.
By the way, Jordan, we had just come off a 17-18 with Boogie Cousins. When he was playing with Anthony Davis, where they looked like the best duo in basketball.
They were going to beat the Warriors, by the way.
Yes. And then he tears his Achilles, comes back.
I know that sounds nuts.
Balling.
It doesn't sound nuts, Chill. It doesn't sound nuts at all. Because
they was not going to beat the Warriors. They got swept.
No, regardless if they would have won or not, it doesn't sound nuts because what Boogie
they could never. They got swept. Chill. What are we talking about?
Boogie and AD were the best bigs in the league when they got together.
They were.
Yeah, they was, but they got swept though. I don't know. They weren't gonna beat the Warriors
with the healthy Boogie. That's not.
And Boogie
Boogie
looked good when he came back from the Achilles. Boogie looked good. He looked good, and then he tore his quad in the playoffs, and that just ruined everything. But Boogie looked good. Like, I don't know what he averaged. Like, someone could check. But he averaged like
he was showing himself in the final
10 or something. Like, he was good.
I know y'all probably don't care about
Boogie and AD got together. AD was so good. Boogie was better than AD when they first linked up.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just not going to agree with. I'm just.
I'm with you. I'm
not speaking for agreement. I'm just talking what I was watching. I'm reporting my news. When they first we're just talking that when they first got together, when Boogie Cousins got traded for Buddy Hield, at that time in basketball, Boogie Cousins was the best. When 2016, 17.
It was 2017. It was 17.
Traded out All-Star break of 2017.
It was February 17. This is the 16-17 season. Boogie Cousins was the best center in the NBA. He was the best,
and that's without a doubt.
He played the four.
That's not without a doubt, but
AD played the four.
Whatever.
Look, Jokic, AD, Embiid, throw all of them in there.
Jokic was a rookie.
It don't matter.
He's still in there.
Okay,
no,
that's even more reason why DeMarcus Cousins was the best big man in the NBA when he got traded for Buddy Hield.
It was Anthony Davis.
That's fine.
Hey,
when him and Anthony Davis got together, that made them the best duo in the league. The best.
That's facts.
Yeah, they had Clay, Stephen. Stephen KD was together. But
I thought you meant best big man duo. They
right. That's what I meant, Mars. That's what I mean. They were the best big man duo. One of the best big man tandems we had seen.
They were being compared to Duncan and Robinson. That's what I'm saying. They got together,
the best tandem since then. They with the healthy DeMarcus Cousins chill. They absolutely
had Drew Holiday on that roster too.
Drew
Holiday and Rajon Rondo went up there and ran through Dame and CJ.
What was that backup big's name, Marston, went to Europe? He didn't want to be on the bench no more.
Mirotic.
He was on that team too.
Yeah.
I know. Isaac on that team still?
I know
y'all. I don't think Ashik was there.
Y'all probably don't respect.
I think he might have been gone, but Mirotic was there.
He was gone.
Y'all probably don't respect the analytics too much on this, but DeMarcus Cousins with the Sacramento Kings in his final year was 5.6 offensive box plus minus, not box plus minus, offensive box plus minus. That is ridiculous. That means they were 5.6 points per 100 possessions better with him. With the Pelicans, that fell to 3. The next year, it fell to 2.5. The Golden State version that you're praising was 0.4. Every year after that injury was negative. What I'm saying is that was the end. What you're saying, he came back if he was healthy in the playoffs, that was the tail end of whatever you consider DeMarcus Cousins. The player you're describing right now, best big in the league, that was a flash in the pan. That was arguable for about a year and a half. Always on losing teams.
What about the year before?
What?
No, it wasn't.
You cannot.
So he played in
2 years.
Ox said 2018.
2016 to 2000.
He said 17.
No, okay, but I'm assuming he believes he was better in 18 too, though, right? Okay, so 2018, Ox said he was the best big in the league.
He got hurt. Wasn't that the year
he got hurt halfway through the 18 season? He got hurt halfway through.
Right. Yeah, he got hurt that season.
17, he averaged 27 with the Kings. That was the year he got traded. The year before that, he averaged 27 and 11 with the Kings.
You're never going to convince me he was better than Anthony Davis.
The year before that, he averaged 26.9, 27.
Definitely.
Does defense not matter?
11. Your defense
there was
matters.
never a time to me where
Newsflash. This man right here who keeps saying, by the way, thinks Jokic is the best big man in the league, and his defense, last time I checked, isn't all that spectacular.
I'm not that's why he thinks DeMarcus Cousins was going to make
hold on, shut up. Not you, Mars. Put narratives on me. I'm talking about hoops. Y'all talking nonsense. I'm talking about this. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Boogie versus AD. I agree. They were both elite. I'm talking about this. What? Can I want to pack this nonsense up? Penn said. Penn. They were a plus 10 starting unit with a Boogie that just came back from injury. I'm telling you that if he had a chance to get a full runway over the course of the regular season, gone into the playoffs, been healthy, had they been able to transfer what they were in a regular season to the playoff with everybody on the floor without all these insane injuries that were taking up the issue with the team, I think they would have walked to a title and would have beat the Raptors. I'm with Ox. I'm with Ron. When they first got, as I brought up, Boogie Cousins on that Pelicans team, I thought that was a contending team. That was a nightmare team. It was a nightmare squad. But that
Warriors
Boogie,
team was a nightmare.
when he came
was
to
not
the
a
Warriors, it
contending
was
team.
over. It was nobody thought
What's
they were winning.
happening?
Yo, hold on. The Nuggets won
What are we doing?
54 games that year, Ox. I remember. I think Boogie came back for the Nuggets game. If I maybe I missed. I know he played the Nuggets. They could not, Ox, for the life of me, get one stop.
Because that New Orleans team,
And Joel Embiid could not breathe against
Chill.
that
He's
Raptors
talking about the
team.
Warriors team. Chill,
Yes,
he's talking
the
about the
Warriors
Warriors
team.
Giannis
I'm talking about the
couldn't
Warriors.
move,
I'm talking about the
bro.
Warriors. That's it.
When
I'm
Boogie
talking about
came
the
back for
Warriors.
the
You
Warriors.
don't understand
I
what this
really thought
Raptors
about
team
New
did to
Orleans. I was like,
stars.
wait a
They
minute.
I
shut
don't
them
care.
down.
Joel Embiid sucked in that series. He's a
You didn't-
dropper. He was averaging 17 points a game on 39% from the field.
You need
I
to take a
agree.
note.
He sucked. He sucked. He was terrible.
He
Who
had a good
cares?
defensive series.
He was horrible.
Disgrace
Embiid has
and
dropped
Baylor
in
with that-
multiple playoff
with that
series. I agree
polo
with
and
you.
your
He's a
wild
dropper.
takes.
Kawhi Leonard, what did he shoot in Game 7? Like 40% from the field, 38. It happens.
He emptied the clip.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to do what you got to do.
What they do at the end?
But you getting credit for that and trying to liken that to what the Warriors would have done to the Raptors, it's not the two same. Steph Curry's not a dropper. KD's not a dropper. Draymond's not a dropper. Clay, a dropper.
Steph
Boogie
never dropped.
still would have been there, would have been good.
Clay
They would have
Williams
still
was a
murked.
dropper. When you saying
Clay
Clay was a dropper?
in the finals has not been a great player
Yeah, but
consistently.
he was great against Toronto.
But he was cooking.
Injured
He was
Kawhi
cooking.
on one leg, no OG. I rest my
I don't-
case.
Oh
Woulda,
my
coulda,
God.
shoulda. Raptors won the championship. Go
Yeah,
cry
the case
about
has
it.
been
And you
rested.
ain't
Yeah, the
sniffed
case has been
nothing
rested.
since with Masai Ujiri. All that greatness and genius you got over there. You ain't sniffed nothing since the missionary Kawhi Leonard went to Toronto to win you a title. And you ain't going to get another one in the next 10 years either.
They were
But
better
guess
the
what?
next year.
You got a
Casual.
lucky one. You got a lucky
They were
one
better the
because
next year,
Kawhi Leonard
casual.
wanted to go to the Clippers and the
Mhm.
Spurs, they were so caught up in their feeling, they wanted to send him east to a play and chill. This is how dominant Kawhi was that season, and I agree with him. Kawhi didn't want to be there. He wanted to be in LA. He got forced to go to Toronto, earned that beautiful, lovely, great food city, a title for a great country, and they haven't sniffed anything since then because they don't get another missionary. You're not going to get another American missionary to save that franchise. It's over. It's not going to be Scotty Barnes either. It's not Scotty. It's not Brandon Ingram. It's over. And guess what?
You know what?
If the Warriors were healthy that year, you never would have won nothing in the first place. I rest my case. Let's get to the super chat.
Did I watch a 6'8" Scotty Barnes hold Nikola Jokic to like 0 points in the fourth quarter? I watched that happen. Right?
Hey, y'all, look at me. Look at me.
Block his
Ring
ass
check.
into the third corner.
Ring.
You realize Jokic was so flustered with Scotty Barnes last season, he had to elbow him in his damn face to damn near end his season. That's the truth. You don't know that.
That's what he should have did. That was Caruso. He should have thrown a ball on his
All right,
board.
so
You know what?
we
Swipe it.
gotta
Enjoy
move
giving up
on,
first
yo.
round picks for the next 7
Wait, hold
years.
on. Wait, Ron.
Jokic
I
going.
Ron,
I got breaking news for
real
you.
quick. I'll
Jokic
end it. I'll end it real quick,
Jokic
Ron.
is going to Europe,
I'll
bro.
end it real quick, Ron. Hold on, Ron. I'll end it real quick because you know
Europe. Pin,
Yeah, I'll
you
end
have
it real
lost
quick.
your mind. Pin,
I'm
calm down.
not
You're
losing my
unhinged.
mind. I'm not
Take
losing
the
my
hat
mind.
off. You're unhinged. Pin.
Yo,
You just paired
we
him
about
in the locker room with a big man who wants to go to Europe. You know what he's gonna be like? Yo, J Val gonna be like, yo, you want to team up in Europe? And Jokic be like, damn, I do miss my horses. I do miss my horses. Fuck these first round picks.
we about to move on, y'all. We gotta move on to get to super chats.
Let's do it.
Word just came out though that the NBA Board of Governors will meet in Las Vegas today to discuss expansion opportunities.
Let's go.
We
Seattle.
back, y'all. We back.
Goddamn hat off.
We back. Hey, Pin, we both putting the hat on. Let's
All
go,
right.
baby. Let's go. But all right, y'all. We got to get into these super chats. Royalty from NY said, I love y'all show, but the spite of disrespect is crazy. I think he for sure was top 10, albeit 8 to 10 range, and for sure was the Cavs' best player this season. Analytics is less than context and nuance.
Put me up there too. I hate Spider too.
I don't.
Hey, Pin, next time I go, I'll send you a picture of what you can see, what it looks like in person. It says right at the bottom of the trophy. What does that say, Pin? What does that say right at the bottom? I'll go ahead. I'll send you one. Next, I know you ain't been close to one. I'll send you one next time I go, just for you. Shout out to my dog.
Damn.
Hey,
Shout out
I
to my
hate
dog.
on, why I gotta be the poster boy for hating on Donovan Mitchell? I
Bro,
hate him too.
embarrassing his alma mater by capping
My
all
thing
the
is
panels.
just a joke. You be you crazy.
I don't hate him. I just don't think he a top 10 player though. But that don't mean I'm hating.
All right, we got some new members. Grind 8971 became a member. FW Cam became a new YouTube member. Some guy named J Rob the 9th. Ivy's the 9th, right? J Rob the 9th.
That's the 4th. That's 4. That's 4.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. J Rob the 9th became a YouTube member. Shout out to J Rob, and also shout out to the press box coming soon. Make sure to tap in this Sunday. You know the drill, and you know what to do. And then we got a members chat from Anime Spurs Fan 90. Anime Spurs Fan said, "Yeah, Mars and Ox, scary hours are slowly but surely approaching down in San Antonio. Hashtag WinVP. Hashtag DPOI. Hashtag Spurs Stop 6."
That's why I'm covering the Spurs
top
year.
6.
Can't wait.
Also, at this time, I want to shout out our Hall of Famers. You guys know the faces, you know the names, you know the GOATs. Teddy Hart, Kenny, Multi-Kenny, Rob Deere, Worldwide Mace Television, Minor, Joe Breezy, Cheese, the Chat MVP Arch, Kingster, Vale, and Trevi. Shout out the Hall of Famers. War V Room 55 said, if you combine Dalton Connect and Jackson Hayes' brain power, you might be smart enough to pass a first grade math test.
That's just mean.
Damn, Derek Lively had surgery on his foot.
For real?
Yeah. He just had surgery on his foot.
Do we have a timetable?
It didn't say.
Okay.
It just said he had surgery on his foot. I mean, it's probably a bad timetable, to be honest with you, but, you know, we'll play it by ear.
They got bigs over there. They just drafted
better now than training camp.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson 54 said, maybe the Spurs keep all 3 of the guards, similar to the Rockets championship team of the 90s.
Interesting.
Okay.
The Prodigy 2 sent through a super chat and said the 2026 draft is going to be the level or on the level of 96 and 03. Should mediocre teams like the Kings trade their stars for more and better picks?
Not if the star is Domantas Sabonis. No.
7th best player in the league. Respect.
No.
Can I get all these superior and superb names in the 26 draft? All right,
Please.
sorry, Jordan.
Please.
You guys always do this. Every year you guys do this. Oh, this next draft is finna be rule. You got this player. You got all these superstars. You guys do this every single year.
It might be a good draft, but you're throwing out 03 and 96. They don't have anybody of that caliber of player. So that's just crazy.
They do.
Okay, anyways, it's still chill.
Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer, they're not on the level of a Chris Bosh and Darko Milicic. Come on now. What are we doing here?
Did you just forget that Carmelo?
He was talking about.
I'll take Cam Boozer over. I'll take Cam Boozer over Chris Bosh any day.
Oh, but he's
Cam Boozer would be lucky to be half of what Chris Bosh is, and his daddy admit that.
Chris Bosh came 71st on the Bleacher Report top 100.
That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Where did Nick Claxton come?
What?
Did Nick Claxton not rank
Nick
top
Claxton's
100?
Nick Claxton's not top 70.
Hey,
man, I'm not gonna lie. This
top 70 today.
This gimmick of yours got to die. I'm not gonna lie. This gimmick.
We'll find out when we finish the rest of our top 100.
Pot, meat, kettle.
No, I don't have a gimmick on hating on Chris Bosh. I think
I don't have a gimmick of hating on Chris Bosh.
It's a gimmick.
Maybe I just really love Nick Claxton. You ever think about that?
I have it. I don't think that logical.
Damn that Baylor master's degree not teaching you the critical thinking.
What do you say, Ox?
Reality. You should have left Penn alone with the whole DeMarcus Cousins thing. Now he's stuck over there. He can't get back on track.
There you go.
I'm stuck.
You should have let it go.
Shout out,
you broke my brain, bro.
This is the hinge, Ox. Is this where he is?
He's been unhinged.
The frame.
Man, we were good for 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's the best behavior Penn has ever been on this channel. And then he ruined it.
I'm still on great behavior. You're the one screaming.
I agree, Penn. I think.
Ron, who are you? You started trolling as soon as I got on trying to sell a show.
He's the one delivering the grades.
As you were saying, Ron.
I was trying to sell it.
You're right, Chill.
Truck Built became a YouTube member. Wii Sports Matt became a YouTube member. JDC6354 became a YouTube member. Haljar Skeets
Nielsen sent through a members chat and said, IT at 3 point guard is a crime. How is he even close to Jerry West?
How was
Better than Jerry West.
good?
Okay.
Mhm.
Shout out to IT and Jerry West. The ruler's back said the Hertz Glaze incoming on the press box weekly. Oh my God. All I'm saying is it looks real spooky when one of his all-pro tackles or wide receivers is out.
That's interesting, Chill.
Just one.
So surely Patrick Mahomes,
nobody else, man.
and surely Patrick
Outta here
Mahomes
with
had an
that,
elite
man.
season last year with no running backs, no receivers, no offensive line. Surely
Look at that
he had a
shit.
great season last year. Oh wait, he didn't. So he threw behind the line 35% of the time. Wow, is that
The
Jalen
most-
Hurts we're looking at?
He had more interceptions than touchdowns at one point in the season. Give me a break, man. Give me a break.
The Prodigy 2 said if the NBA does like the NFL, division winners get a playoff spot, would that make the regular season more interesting?
We already seen this. Didn't we already do this already with the regular season and these teams going below 500, winning the division, and people complained about it already. We already seen this movie before, so no. Mm-mm. In fact, that's how we got to where we are now with the 16 teams, and we need to make better decisions with how the playoffs should be. No, it wouldn't be. Mm-mm.
No, that'd be terrible. 1 through 16 is the only proper way to do it.
Mello Williams, 24, said Johnny Furphy, Flip, and Matas, good performances. Shout out Kyle Flipowski.
Not Flip, Philip, as a Filipowski, Ron.
Chill, his nickname is Flip.
It is. Ron is not lying.
That didn't. Oh
Shout out Phil Pasky. I tried to tell y'all. Remember, Mars? I tried to tell him.
Yeah, you've been on the Phil Pasky train.
He is good though. I ain't gonna argue.
He got busy last night, and I don't think he plays another summer league game after.
I think he's leading the summer league in scoring. I might be wrong, but I think
it has to be. He got 2
There's
back-to-back.
There's 9 undefeated teams in Vegas Summer League right now. Playoffs going to be lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, Penn, only 4 teams make it to the playoffs. At least like to go for the championship.
Do you know how they figure it out? Is it point differential?
It's records and then point differential, and then I guess vibes if you have.
They should do chat voting.
Okay. Well, I will let you know
that
the Raptors are the number 1 team.
Mark's talking about
Vegas.
vibes. You talk about they should do chat. They should do chat voting.
Yo, the Raptors have
the chat clears, Ron. The chat clears.
23.5. I agree. This is a really, really fun stat. I promise I'm not going to take too long. I'm going to take less than a minute. Prior to this year, the record in Vegas for Summer League turnovers was 31. It was set last year by the Sacramento Kings. In the first game, the Raptors forced 34 turnovers. In the second game, they forced 29. So they almost broke the record again. This team is playing like...
Didn't we win it last year? Or was that the year before?
I don't remember, bro.
The undefeated teams right now. So the Spurs are 3-0. The Kings are 3-0. The Hawks are 3-0. The Clippers are 3-0. The Hornets are 3-0. Raptors 2-0. Pistons 2-0. OKC 2-0. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are 2-0. I know here in like 2.5 hours, the Wolves undefeated, obviously, and the Pistons undefeated. They play against each other, so that should be good. Terrence Shannon, he's averaging 22. Ron Holland, he's averaging 21.5. So we'll get to see them play if both of them play. Also, another good game today is...
It's Toronto at Denver. Swiper, it's me versus you. All right. Guess what's going to happen?
Denver doesn't have a point guard. Their summer league team sucks.
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear...
I just said they're bad. How is that an excuse? That's crazy. I can't even say they're bad. It's an excuse.
You see on playback tonight, Ron?
Nah, we aren't on playback tonight, but we will be on playback tomorrow night watching who we got. Hold on, bear with me. Tomorrow, the Suns and the Wolves. So we get to see Kamal Maluach, and then we get to see Rob Dillingham and
it's looked rough.
All the other guys.
Come on, has looked rough.
The next super chat we got is from Mark Kin 3678. Mark Kin said, my friend who's a PT told me that all Bron's workouts that he sees on IG are about flexibility, balance, and core strength. Maybe that's the secret.
That is the secret.
It is. Yeah,
I think your core strength in basketball is
If you're a 6'1" hooper out there, go follow Fred VanVleet. Do exactly what he does. He does everything freaking perfectly. That dude is like he is like built like a center. Honestly, in terms of strength, like per pound, might be one of the strongest players in the league.
Smarter than Hakeem on defense and stronger than Steven Adams.
Yep.
I mean,
shout out Fred, man.
You don't even play for the Raptors anymore.
And he got championship.
I drove him out.
I'm a world champion too.
He's not even getting interest on this glaze. This is just pure.
Oh, I legitimately do not like Fred VanVleet. You understand
for no
that?
reason.
Don't like him, but you will Swipey. You will address him as NBA champion Fred VanVleet. Baylor.
Chris Bosh is an NBA champion, and you disrespect him every day.
Two-time.
Every day you disrespect
multiple NBA champion.
This many.
Yeah,
yes, multiple.
You disrespect him for free every day, no interest paid.
As you were saying, Ron, you were saying something. Ron?
Did Chris Bosh ever get a Finals MVP vote?
Ron, you were saying something, Ron.
All because you got cooked by Mikey Moore that time.
Ron,
Surge reboots. Yeah, I was saying Surge reboots sent through a super chat and said if KD stayed in OKC and they still traded for PG, could they win a championship? God damn. So Russ, PG, KD, 2019 and 18.
If they don't trade for PG, they could win a championship. They were close.
They were. I don't think they were that far away. I don't.
They have that.
If they addressed the shooting, they could have won. If they addressed the shooting, they could have won. So
that's where I think that they were wrong at. I think that they could have expanded their shooting.
How'd they get Paul George for DeMontis and
remember they drafted
Victor Oladipo
and Vic. Yep, DeMontis and Vic. Yep. That's right.
Another super chat from Jonathan 617. Jonathan said, Bronny ain't just Bron's son. He is off to a better and more promising start for someone drafted that late since Manu and Mark G.
Oh my God.
Any younger than Queen.
So Isaiah Thomas didn't have the career he had from the 60th overall pick.
Isaiah Thomas, Tamani Kamara, 52nd overall. Like there have been so many. There have been so many good players drafted 57th.
Isaiah played 4 years in college though, and Isaiah was Pac-12 Player of the Year. Like he was
most promising.
He was just much better. He was just miles better.
I don't get what he's talking about, but I mean, I guess.
Bro, how nice was Isaiah Thomas up there at the University of Washington?
Chill. It was Isaiah Thomas was really supposed to be 2 and done. Like he wasn't supposed to play 4 years. On top of that, the only issue, which I get, it was just his height.
Yeah.
But like IT was not supposed to play any longer than 2 years. On top of that, like we knew if you're from this area, we knew Isaiah was gonna ball out in the league. Like everybody else might not have known. We knew like it's up the minute he touches the NBA floor.
You knew
Ron,
there was no question about it.
How is it you can be that small, in your opinion, and just be that good? Like I'm going to the league and I'm putting 30 up.
But you know what, Swiper? Like I really can't answer that question. It's just like some people have a affinity to just make plays that other people can't do. And it's almost like it's, you know, when you could do certain things in a video game, and it's just like how did he manage to get that through, or how did he manage to make that? It's really just like what it is with Isaiah. Like I really can't explain how he makes the shots he makes, how he makes the passes and the plays he makes. It's just, bro's just gifted.
Well, still, Ron, you've been on the court with Isaiah. I've been on the court with Isaiah. He's super strong. Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like he's super strong.
Crazy.
And
strong.
I think the thing about him too is confidence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't shoot the shots that he was shooting. A lot of people won't even try some of the stuff he was trying. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think Isaiah was incredible. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a lot of hype. I thought it was a lot of hype. And then one summer, I realized it is not.
Yeah, just LeBron James, Bronny James shout out. Patty Mills was also 55th overall pick, and so was Aaron Wiggins. So if he can ever become the best 55th pick of all time, that will be a very big accomplishment.
He probably won't, but I hope he does though. Shout out.
I don't think he will either, but yeah.
Hey Ron, but I think there's basketball something else, man. Because football, I feel like I had all the creativity and I would do whatever. But basketball, I was as athletic as I was. I stayed here like a rope. I feel like to be a star, you gotta, the way you think, it's just different. Like you just have to think about, like, you got to work outside the confines of things in a different way. So to be 5'9" and be doing, That's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's nuts.
All right,
Later,
Chill.
fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace, Joe.
Merry Christmas.
See you, Joe.
Mr. Magic Abel 991 sent through a super chat and said, "What are the chances that Wemby can become the greatest floor raiser of all time?"
That's tough,
LeBron
dog.
exists.
I mean,
Jokic exists.
Yeah, that's tough, dog. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for.
I don't think he's raising the floor, though. I think he has a very talented team around him. Like, maybe the next 2 years you could say that.
Yeah, but you
Once
can
these
still
guys, like-
have great floor raising ability and not necessarily have to floor raise. That's the ideal situation, really.
Yeah.
Who's
What
the
type
best
of
floor
skill- what type
raiser
of
of all
skill set
time?
do you need, Morris, to be able to be a good floor raiser? Like, what is it about?
You gotta be able. I think you gotta be able to extreme versatility. I think is one. You gotta be able to water many plants. I think you gotta be able to take the burden of like extreme usage, whether that's like being a primary ball handler, being responsible for a large playmaking burdens and scoring. And then like if you want to add like the cherry on top, you gotta be able to like not be a great on-ball defender, but you gotta be like a great plug many gaps on defense defender.
So LeBron,
Which is
James.
why I think LeBron is the best floor raiser ever.
There we go.
Because LeBron could do literally everything for a team and can make you viable just with his presence.
Hopefully, we all agree that LeBron's the best floor raiser ever. Is there a clear candidate for second?
I mean, we've done this before. I think Bron Yoke from just pure floor raising, like put anybody on the floor, we're winning. I think
Jokic is up there.
Yeah, I think him. I think Magic was up there. Magic made up for a lot of stuff for those Lakers team with or without stars around him.
Luka?
Somebody gonna say Michael Jordan or
Luka?
Yeah, like, am I tripping or?
I don't think to the. I mean, but this could be controversial. I don't think to the same degree as those other players in the same way. Michael's ceiling was higher though. If that makes sense.
I'm not certain that Michael Jordan's a better floor raiser than James Harden.
Jason Kidd is a good one.
What?
Yeah, just making.
I'm not certain on that.
I like Jake too.
You know, Ron, I don't value floor raising to the degree you do. You're big on if you just put this guy on this bad team, he could get into. I don't care too much about that. I think James Harden is one of the best floor raisers ever. I think Russell Westbrook is one of the best floor raisers ever. I agree with James Harden. But maybe he is like. But I'm not convinced 1,000%.
Shaq, that's another one. I think.
Bill
Like
Russell.
Yeah,
Bill Russell, the greatest floor raiser.
I do think it's harder to be a great
Russell
floor
just the
raiser at the center position. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's harder to be a good floor raiser at the center position.
I think it depends on the era.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I think it depends on the era. Because if you play in it like Bill Russell's era, like if you could protect the rim at a high level, you gave your team a chance just regardless.
All of that being said, does Wemby have a chance to be the greatest? I don't think so.
That's tough.
I think in today's game in particular, I think it's a little harder, especially if you're a traditional style.
I agree.
Yeah, Wemby had to overcome a lot of his
David
own flaws.
Robinson was an amazing floor raiser.
Yeah.
Put that out there. Kevin Garnett.
For anybody that doesn't know, David Robinson wasn't like some big, slow, big dump it down big man. David Robinson was a super freak.
He was a freak athlete. It's like Shaq was there, so he like kind of like overshadowed like the athleticism in the league. David Robinson was a freak athlete.
Yeah.
But
Fat,
KG would be up there as a floor raiser too. So.
Dwight Howard
David
was another
Robinson
one.
was fast as hell.
Chris Paul was a really good floor raiser. There's names.
I give Chris Paul
Tim
love
Duncan. Did
in
we
that
say Tim
aspect.
Duncan?
We didn't, but Tim
Damn.
Duncan was a good floor raiser.
I mean, Tim Duncan always had
2
some
decades of
dogs
floor
with him,
racing,
but
bro.
I wouldn't say
Yeah, but those dogs.
But those teams were great.
I don't know.
But
that's
why
what
were
I'm
they
saying.
great? Because he made them great. That's why.
I don't.
Giannis?
Yeah. No.
Manu
Yeah.
Ginobili
Not this
without
year. Maybe
Tim
not this
Duncan?
version. But like,
Luke is a really good floor
Manu
raiser.
Ginobili without Tim Duncan
Luka definitely is a good floor
basketball player.
He's what?
Manu Ginobili without Tim Duncan is an amazing basketball player.
Manu Ginobili is an amazing
Who's to
basketball
say?
player wherever you put him.
Right, but
He's an amazing basketball player.
wait, who just said he would have been a top 10 guard ever? Somebody just said that. Some of the players just said that if he didn't play with Duncan.
I don't know, but
legitimately
we're gonna
thought-
do the top 10 shooting guard list this week on Hoop Talk Podcast, and I guarantee Manu Ginobili will get many votes.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee it.
I'm not gonna lie, though.
Thing is, I don't think. Obviously, you don't win the championships. But Manu probably would have been better, and that's not a you know what I'm
For
saying.
sure would have been. Is that a question?
He would have been more respected. I don't know if he'd be better because I don't know if he wins that many championships, but he would have been more respected because the numbers would have been like 26, 27 points per game. People would see him like, oh, well, Kobe, Wade, Manu,
Pin.
you know?
Do you know what Manu Ginobili would have looked like in the Spurs offense? With or without Steve Nash? We could say you replace Steve Nash with him. Or
you mean the Suns offense?
Or you just put him in there. Let's say you replace
in
Joe
place
Johnson
of
with him,
Steve
or let's
Nash?
say you could say I don't get. However, you could say he Leandro Barbosa. You could say he takes his spot, or you can say he takes Steve Nash's spot.
You're not putting. Okay, Ron, this is way too late in the show to be bringing up your nasty Steve Nash disrespect. Okay, you do not just say you can either plug him in for Steve Nash. It's a totally different equation. If I plug in next to Steve Nash, well, no, I think
Manu could play point guards.
Yeah.
Manu, okay. If Manu had been given a chance to play point guard next to a Steve Nash, like they could split duties. He
would have been the off guard.
No, hold on. They could have done. They could have done more like the CP3 James Harden thing, where they can both handle it, right? Yeah. I think that would have been amazing because he's such a defensive upgrade over Leandro Barbosa. So, and I think he's just playmaking upgrade, just good, better. Man. Yeah, I think he would have won a championship somewhere, as evidenced by all the winning that he did for Argentina. He's just a winning player, right? But I think the respect would have been different if he played in a bigger market. If Manu was like the star of the Knicks, jeez.
Frederick Anderson, 2016, said, "What type of player is Bryce James? I think he's at the same age now when there was talk about Bronny's game."
He's worse.
No, they've been talking about Bronny's game much longer than freshman year of college.
Bryce going into his freshman year of college? I thought he was going into his senior year.
Should he be? Is he freshman or? I don't know because I thought Bryce was younger than he was. Then somebody I found out.
Bryce is going to Arizona next year.
Yeah, he's the same.
Oh, he's going into his freshman year.
Yeah.
That was when I took a step back because I thought he was a sophomore going into his junior year the other year, and I found out he wasn't. So I was like, okay, Bryce isn't as good as I thought he was. But
he's not close to. If he has NBA aspirations, he's not close.
He's still a 3-star. He's obviously a really good basketball player, but he's not at that level to what you know. What I'm saying I thought he was. That's all.
He's a 3-star recruit.
And then if you remember in between sophomore and junior year, Bronny got like a you could see his athleticism developed. He was jumping higher, moving faster. I didn't really see the same jump for Bryce as far as like athleticism goes. But he's bigger than Bronny, though. That counts for anything.
Joso97 said, "Eagles fan here. No hurt slander will be tolerated. It's all love, though. I got my webcam also, fellas. Getting my setup together now. Basically saying he coming to cook you chumps on the press box. We'll see you soon, Joso." Cheese, a Hall of Famer, sent through 10 Players' Choice memberships. If you got one of those memberships, thank Cheese, subscribe, and like the video. Thomas McCrae sent through a members chat and said, "Thanks, Mars, for checking Chill and Ron about CP3.
Mars, I just asked questions. I didn't check.
Wow, checking them chumps.
Yeah. I was sweating during that debate.
Swiper was the passion one. We just left Ron alone because Ron just be capping.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm in check.
Yeah, you can just keep doing your thing.
Just running the streets,
and I'm appreciate every list you sent.
That's
through.
free.
I appreciate every list you sent through.
No doubt,
I put CP3 3rd.
Yeah, you put Jerry West at 9 though, so your list sucked.
I also put Steve Nash at 10.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry West at 9.
Yeah, Jerry West at 9. Jerry West at 9 was genuinely the worst thing I'd seen.
No, I'm saying was that because of the position or because you think he's the 9th best point guard?
I just don't think he's better than any of the players I had above him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a disgrace.
Oh boy, I just turn on the.
But once again, I do appreciate everyone who sent through their lists, and just want to make that clear. But that was bad.
It's scary.
Nathan Mahary said, "I'm definitely a Spider hater after the news with Coco."
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Congratulations, Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones. Sierra and Russ, do it again. They will set you up and make sure you're good. DK Metcalf and what's the other one? What's her name? Ox? DK Metcalf is engaged to Normani. Is it Normani? Yes, Normani.
Yeah.
I believe.
Right. Yeah.
And I believe Sierra and Russell also set that one up as well. So you know what I mean. Who's next? Who's next on the list?
What do you mean? Russell? Like they set them up like they match made them?
Yeah.
Me
For
and
real?
which one of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
both
I
of
didn't know that. I ain't even
I don't
know
know.
that.
They'll find one of them for me. I don't know. We'll figure it out soon. But
Yeah,
shout out
I
to
got one
Russ.
for you. Lil Kim says she available, bro.
All right, y'all. It's been an amazing stream. Tap into Ravens FC with Mars. Pressbox coming up this weekend. Throwback Thursday next week. Swiper, I hate you. Pressbox coming up. And we'll be back here tomorrow at the same time, same place. Catch y'all soon.
Merry Christmas.